we're just going straight back into it. Yeah, okay, OBS is running again, so this is where the YouTube version is going to pick up. We are. Can somebody say something?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, just
Hello.
making sure. You can stop now. Okay.
Hello.
Anyway, so we're picking up. You just left the Wandering Emporium. You are in your Hell Rider, which, as the best way I can describe that is, a tank with a thresher on the front of it. Because, well, Mad Maggie likes you. She don't like you enough to give you, something that didn't have some problems with it. So basically, you had originally said that you were going to. Your first concern seemed to be helping Lulu, who was very, very fond of the idea of retrieving the Sword of Zariel to help save her friend and redeem, who is currently the archdevil, the Baron, the Arch Baron of Avernus, the ruler of all of Avernus, and she wants to find a way to save her from that fate. And you guys are like, yeah, sure, we'll do that, Lulu, because why wouldn't you just believe this adorable glowing elephant? We need to bring her picture back up.
Because she's cute as fuck.
Okay. So, Frick, since Jesse's going to be here today, Frick is in the pocket bubble dimension, doing some paperwork on the deal he just made with the guy that runs the Wandering Emporium. Now, you guys are probably a little bit concerned about this because Frick can barely read. But that's the only explanation I can come up with why what he's doing in the pocket dimension is paperwork.
Rihanna's in there with him, so maybe she's helping him.
I figured he was just drawing pictures of crayons, honestly. He's working on the next design. So, who is driving the war machine?
Michael will.
Okay. I had sent you the stat blocks. Do you still have those?
I do.
Okay, because I think you guys had the Tormentor. Okay, so you were heading towards, I believe, if you want to keep looking for the sword, I think that's what you're all focused on.
I think so.
Okay, because you're working off Lulu's recollection of where to go, and so she thinks that you need to head towards the place known as Harmon's Hill. So I would say you're heading in that direction, but it's Avernus, and even your map is totally unreliable. But you can try to use the map. I will let Michael, since you're driving, I'll let you make a navigation check. I think that'd be survival.
Yeah, you don't want me doing that. I have a whole +0.
Okay, you seem to have a pretty good idea based on, the landmarks that are part of the area, which way you're going. So, you've been driving for a couple of hours, and that's when I want perception checks from everyone who isn't driving, because he needs to be focused on, well, not the road, but the things he's running over.
Oh, you're terrible.
Never mind. You're all just like, wow, this thing is just crushing rocks. Hey, did we just run over a person?
Oh, God.
Does anybody say that out loud?
That's a legit question. Does anybody say that? You know what? Maybe we need Michael to do a perception check too, just to see. This is too good to pass up. Okay, Michael.
God.
It was not a person. It was probably just a devil. So who cares? Well, it might have been a demon. I mean, they're kind of, you can usually tell the difference. A devil has a pretty set form. They're almost they're like soldiers on the field. They all have a similar shape. Demons are just messed up looking. So when you saw something with 5 arms, you just like, yeah, we don't care. We're running over that thing.
Matter of fact, just turn a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
Road bump.
Oh, but I'm going to say it because while you were turning left to hit that thing, you didn't notice the things that were coming up behind you. Let's see, what is the AC of a tormentor while it's moving? 21. Okay. And I'm trying to see. Oh yeah. Their tormentor is about to get hit. Let me find all my dice for this because it needs a few. Okay. So the tormentor is going to take that's 15. That'll be 24 points of damage. And it has a threshold of 20, so it's got a 10. Never mind. Yeah, it takes the 24 points of damage, and you're gonna get rocked up on the side. So
So, like, we get knocked over onto our side?
I'm trying to find out what happens with the mishaps. I didn't have that one pulled up. There's actual, like mishap when these things get hit.
Oh.
But I can't find that, so we're going to skip it for right now. But the Tormentor does take 24 points of damage, as you notice. There's a slightly larger one. This is called the Demon Grinder, and it's got like gears for wheels, and you can see somebody is hitting you with the wrecking ball when you look out the side. It's got several. This one actually has working weaponry, and you guys have non-functioning harpoons.
All right.
I will say, yeah, Michael. I mean, you gotta drive. But the other two can poke your heads out and try and attack. Or you can, use your tormentor, to kind of slam into it. You got crushing wheels.
I'm taking a look around to see if we've got any hills that we can jump off of.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Nope.
No, it's pretty flat land. You're like, you were too. Actually, no. You're still trying to clean off whatever the ichor that was left from that 5-armed thing you ran over. So you can't see much.
Crap.
They should put better windshield wipers on this.
I got a question about Vindication.
Sure.
Can it only turn into the 2 weapons we decided, or can it turn into anything?
Just the 2 weapons we decided.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Those of you who are, looking, you can see that someone does man each of the weapons on this thing. So feel free to, to target the people who are controlling it if you got long range attacks.
Can we go up on the top of, like, outside of the war machine and go on top?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to yeet my burning javelin.
Yeet.
Okay.
One of the gunning the...
Okay. Yeah, so all right, I am going to make you do this at disadvantage, but the 18 still hits, so you do 11 piercing to the guy who was controlling it.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Give me just a sec to pull up some stats for who's controlling what at the moment.
I have found another weakness for Trevor.
What? Motion sickness?
Nope, I am useless at long range.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I have my wings.
Yes,
I
you
wasn't
have-
going to remind you, but okay. Let me get who's controlling this. Oh, actually, yeah. You with that one hit, you managed to kill the guy who was controlling the wrecking ball. So that body falls underneath the wheels, and they're not going to be bringing him back.
I'm going to attempt to ram one of the wheels on this thing
Okay.
to
Okay.
That
Stunner
sounds
the
like
stuff.
a dexterity-based maneuver. So
What I meant to say,
give
strike
me
him.
a.
As soon as I threw the javelin at him, I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah, I assume you're going to retrieve it. All right, so
Well,
Kyle,
I don't.
make a dexterity to try to ram the other ride.
Better not fail us.
So straight up dexterity, or is it a
Yeah,
dexterity
we're just
save?
going to go with straight up dexterity. This is okay. Well, it weighs their demon grinder weighs twice what your ride does, and they got a 20 on their reaction. So, you're the ones who actually kind of bounce as you realize this thing is much bigger than you. Like
Trevor, try to take out one of the guys manning the weapons, and somebody take out one of its.
Took out one of
I
his
will
what?
say that the driver has half cover the same way Michael does, but the drivers can still be targeted.
I can fly. So
Wait,
Yes,
take.
you can. Because we're not going to. This is sort of an odd sort of combat, so we're not really going to worry about, you know, doing initiative rolls and everything. Just everybody gets a turn, and then we start back over.
Yeah, Trevor, did you already go up in the air? Because if you haven't, I'm gonna ask you if you can take me, carry me over there as well.
let me see if my wings let me do that. I don't think there's a weight limit on them.
I don't recall, but you can always try and just jump over. I mean, Michael did just slam into them.
I can assist her in a jump. I can like Gimli her from thing to thing.
We'll
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. In that
Okay, we'll do
case,
that.
Can make it
make
if you want.
make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you go ahead. Considering everything in your favor, you get advantage on this. Okay.
What's deal on
16. Yeah, you're able to land on it. You're kind of like grabbing onto the side, so you'll need to pull yourself up. But so that will say that, you know, you get your attacks and everything at the start of our next round of action. So Trevor, you are in the air. I'll go ahead and give you one attack if you want to do something.
I'm gonna go after the driver.
Okay.
Bonus. Wait, no, I already used my bonus action, so no lighting it up, I guess.
Yeah. Well, isn't the help more of
It's 25 anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see who was driving this thing, because I never know when I'm going to actually pull up on any of these things. So yeah, I mean, obviously that hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
13.
I'm going to say that this was another hobgoblin, and yeah, that killed him. So it's going to be going out of control in just a second, but not before the people who were controlling, not before the ones who were on the harpoons take shots at the flying guy. What's your AC again?
I didn't say I had my shield, so 18.
Okay, then in that case, both of these harpoons are going to hit you.
Ow.
Let's just go with their average. You take 18 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not terrible. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't want a notepad. I want my calculator.
And then the ride does start to veer off. Let's see which way it veers. Okay, it's going to pull off in the opposite direction. So, Trevor, that's not a problem for you. Kiara, you're hanging on to this demon grinder that is now going out of control. Make a dexterity save.
I'm Janja.
Janja, yeah. Make a dexterity save.
Can I go get him after that?
Yeah, now you can go over and get him, because he did not fall into the demon grinder wheels as hobgoblins start scrambling, trying to get the dead body out and gain control again. So
I will go grab him.
All right, so you run over there and fly over there and grab him, and the two of you together are able to get back onto your tormentor and ride away safely.
I'm gonna ram the demon grinder to try and force the hobgoblins off of it.
Okay, I'll let you hit it one more time. This time they are at disadvantage, and
Ah!
but they got a 9 on theirs, and these things are not very dexterity. They don't have a lot of dexterity. In fact, so yeah, your 12 still knocks them for a loop because you got +2. Let's call that 14. I'm even letting you add in your dexterity. This is matters a little less. Okay, so yeah, you just ensure that they're going to take a little bit more time to fully get control. But unless you actually stop and finish them all off and take the ride for yourself, they probably will take it again.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. Well, you're driving, so you can aim for them.
I am.
Can't hear you, Trevor.
Sorry, I forgot. Can I make a quick assessment to see if us three can actually take this thing?
You just killed 2 of them with 2 hits.
Okay, but is there like 60
you
of them, or is there 10?
no, you know that based on what Mad Maggie might have told you about these things, there's probably this thing holds less than 10 people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you figure, you only see the ones that were operating weaponry, and the one, like, they took a pot shot at you, and then they start trying to get control of the thing again. So you only see, like, 3 more.
All right.
But now it is their turn, and one of them is, let me just give him a roll to see at a disadvantage. How's he doing? No, that body kind of got wedged in there, so he's trying to grab the wheel with one hand, pull the body out with the other. So there's only one guy. Oh, and there's also I'd said the other one had fallen out into the wheels, so that means that there's one guy to operate a harpoon. And okay, the harpoon goes flying by Trevor. Next, we're going to do the wrecking ball. That hits your tormentor pretty hard with like a 24. And we're just going to start going with the average damage. That's going to... Oh, wait a minute. This thing's supposed to double if it hits an object because that's a siege-style weapon. Your tormentor takes another 80 points of damage.
Okay.
Your tormentor is probably, I think a wheel just popped off.
It's gone. Its hit points is 60.
Yeah, so something just popped off of your tormentor and it comes skidding to a stop, but they still don't have control, so their demon grinder just kept right on rolling.
I'm gonna are we back onto our forge machine?
I never technically said we went back.
Trevor just said that he picked you up. So
yeah.
I will say that you will have to fly very quickly if you want to get back onto that thing because it moves fast. It moves at about 100 feet. And although it's starting to go it's going in a curve. So I'll let you get to it, but it's going to take your full movement to get to it.
No,
yeah, with my wings, I can double dash and get there no problem. So.
Okay. All right.
Does it move 60 feet? I think. Yeah.
Wait. Would you let
Michael's? While you guys are doing that, Michael's gonna lay down an eldritch blasts from his position to try and kill the remaining javelin guy.
Okay, give me attack because of it's being a little bit erratic, and you did just get knocked for a loop. I'm going to say that one's going to need to be at a disadvantage because he's got a little bit of cover because of his position. Okay, that missed him.
So, does the 20 hit though?
Which one was the 20? Oh, I forget. You get like 3 attacks. Let me double check because yes, you hit him once for 6 points.
Yeah.
All right. So he's hurt, and let's see.
And as my bonus action, I give Trevor Inspiration.
Okay. Trevor, you have inspiration. You guys are flying over. I'm going to say you're next to the demon grinder.
I just kind of chuck Janja back up there.
Okay. Make an athletics roll for chucking.
I
Okay.
have a +8 to that.
Yeah. Janja, you're now clinging to the side again, much like you were earlier. So it's going to take you a moment to climb up.
You made it on there. I didn't throw you off,
Yeah.
so we're good.
So that's give the guy who was trying to get control again. Oh, he's just not doing good at getting control. He still can't. Actually, I guess this would be more athletics. Yeah, that still doesn't help him out very much. Yeah, that guy is. He's just trying to keep this thing from crashing into the sticks right now. So the guy who was controlling the. We're gonna say, let's see if a wrecking ball can hit a flying guy. Nope. Trevor, the wrecking ball comes near you but does not quite hit you. So let's try a harpoon. 19. So you take another 9 points of piercing damage as a harpoon slams into you once again.
Ow! I mean, not really, but...
And now I think that it is your turns again.
Are they still within distance for me to hit them with an Eldritch Blast?
Let me just see. Yeah, they're basically going in a big circle right now, so they're they're within range for you to hit.
I'm going right for the javelin guy again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say you only needed the first one to finish him off. So javelin guy just fell down, and I think somebody is going to rush up to try to take his place right quick. So, but he won't be in position to fight for a moment. I'll let you direct that other attack towards the guy doing the wrecking ball, though.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
All right, Trevor, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to light up my sword.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go for the driver.
Okay. He's pretty preoccupied with, not killing himself, so you got this one. Go ahead and just roll damage just for the heck of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's shitty radiant damage.
Yeah, but still, these guys aren't the toughest ever, so you cleave him, and they're hobgoblins, so, the radiant damage doesn't hurt him anything additionally, but he's still dead. And now there's absolutely nobody controlling this thing that's, heading for the sticks.
Can I second wind and try to take control of this thing?
Okay, I'll say...
Not second wind,
you can use your...
Yeah.
I'll use the remainder of your turn to make an athletics to get rid of the guy who's, kind of stuck in behind the wheel. The best you're going to be able to do is now you're grabbing the wheel with one hand, which is basically keeping it in the turn and trying to wow, this guy really got pinned in here.
Can I make that a 14 with 4 of my plot points? Just so we don't crash and die.
Okay. Since you're going to burn your plot points, I will say you're able to get control of the demon grinder.
Okay.
All right.
I have 10 left.
Janja, it is your turn. You can use half your movement to climb up. And you have a guy on the wrecking ball. And you have somebody who is running for one of the harpoon gunners.
I'm going to use the rest, or the half of my movement, and I'm going to climb back up. And I'm going to the guy trying to arm the harpoon. And I'm going to spin kick him in the face with my,
Okay, make an unarmed attack.
Unarmed strike? Okay.
Okay, that hit. Roll damage.
There, I was trying to click it.
Okay, but because this is on a moving platform that's and he rolled really bad on his dex. Yeah, you didn't kill him, but he did fall off to the ground. So you have only one more adversary on this thing who is using the wrecking ball. Only he can't really hit you guys because you're on the thing. So he's just going to have to turn and attack the person who just attacked his friend.
Wait, can I actually do one more thing before you
Okay.
do that?
Yeah, you got 2 attacks, so.
My key, and I'm going to use Fury of the Blows, and I'm going to go and use my bonus action to attack him. I can make 2 unarmed attacks.
But you've already used up all your movement.
Oh, okay.
Because you climbed up and then you attacked him. So now he's after you. What is your AC?
17.
Okay. So his first attack will hit you. And all right, yeah, he'll hit you twice. So you are going to take 12 points of slashing damage. Trevor, is now your turn. Just give me, let's call it dexterity to get this thing back under control because it's been going in, a big circle for a little while now.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Dexterity.
Oh God, why?
Okay.
Jesus,
You're able to get this thing heading in a relatively safe direction. You're pointing it more or less towards, actually with that, you're going in, towards Michael to pick him up. So, Michael, you'll have a pretty good shot at this guy who just attacked your intern.
I am going for the guy who just attacked my intern.
Okay. Roll your attack. That missed. That missed. Okay, you got him. So, yeah. So, like, 2, what do your Eldritch Blasts look like, by the way? Because I have fun with, how you guys flavor them.
They look like giant treble clefs that shoot from the palm of his hands.
Oh,
so he just pretty much is doing like Hadoukens right there in the middle of the field with treble clefs coming out from his hands. And the first two miss on either side of him, and then the third one slams into the back of this guy's head.
Yes, it does. And then he was you're pretty sure that you just saw him ragdoll, but he also ragdoll into these grinding wheels. So again, ain't nobody getting him back again. At least not until they go fish what's left of him out of the sticks. You guys just upgraded from a half-used tormentor to a demon grinder. And guess what? Because the demon grinder can hold a 1-ton capacity. Okay, wait a minute. No, a tormentor. I'll let you say I'll say if you want, instead of having access to the wrecking ball, if you want to haul this what's left of the tormentor along with you, you might be able to sell it for a coin or 2. Or you can just leave it and let somebody scavenge it later.
I say we haul it and sell it for a coin or 2. What do you?
Might need the coins.
Okay. All right. So, but what all this does have is helm needs 1 person to drive. You get 3/4 cover. The chomper requires 1 person to control it, and that gives you half cover. The wrecking ball and 2 harpoon fingers each grant half cover and require 1 person. So I'll let you guys pick what stations you want, just in case anybody else messes with you. But the grinder itself took no damage. So if you don't already have stats for that, I will send them to you later. But this was a pretty good upgrade for you guys. If you want, you can even take the Tormentor. You know roughly where Mad Maggie is. The landscape hasn't changed too much. You can drive back take that over to her if you want to go ahead and, try to make a deal.
Can she give us
Maybe it would be polite to return it to her.
Yeah, that would be a thing. Let's go do that real fast, and then we'll go back after the sword.
Okay. So you
Or-
head back over to Fort Knucklebone. Oh, you're back already! And I see you. You seem to have had a little run-in with somebody, and you upgraded. Good for you.
Yeah, we decided to bring back the tormentor you loaned to us. It
And
might
it's
be a
got
little bit.
like one of the axles is half off, and it's dragging. Like, well, you brought it back technically. Don't worry, I'll get the magpies to fix it up.
All right.
Yeah.
You take care of there, Maggie.
Hey, you take care too, because you're entertaining. Watch out for the real Jim Dark Magic. I heard he was bringing the show back around, and believe me, you don't want to go see his show. Bye.
We'll keep an eye out for that, and if we get any more salvage, we'll come your way, okay?
Oh, you do that, especially if you find anything with some that good armor on it. We can scrape that off and make use of it.
Real quick, guys, is my thing working? Or do I gotta restart?
I can see you.
I can see you.
I'm gonna restart anyway, real quick. Everybody keeps getting
Well, I'm the
glitchy.
only
I'll be right
person
back.
with a microphone. I mean, with a camera, other than you. So,
You know what? Maybe that's why. Hold on.
yeah, because
Roll 20 does that to me sometimes.
okay. Anyway, so yeah, all right. That was I like that. You guys just demolished those guys, and you upgraded your ride. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a challenge for you, but nope. You spun kicked them. Dadgum, that was fun.
I got to use my wings for the first time in a while.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
put some power onto that kick and spin.
Yeah.
I built momentum.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and I was like, oh, I'm not even gonna tell her she has disadvantage, but nope, that didn't matter. You kicked him in the face pretty good. So, like I said, now you're driving the 12,000-pound gargantuan vehicle, and my mouse is acting up. Okay, there it goes again. I think I got clean. And so yeah, this thing comes with crushing wheels. It's considered magical. And I've already described most of the weapons to you, which you got to see them, firsthand. So,
How long did it take us to get back to Maggie's?
I'm going to say it's been a couple hours.
Okay, cool. I can use my wings again.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're back on the road again. And I also like that you don't even have any idea why these people attacked. But then again, it's warlords. They probably just attacked. I'm
They
sure.
probably, they
Can I
probably
make,
saw.
Make
Sorry,
what?
go ahead.
Can you tell us anyway? Because we already destroyed them, though.
No, because you didn't leave anybody alive.
Can I make like a knowledge roll or something to figure out why, maybe?
Sure.
History?
No.
Investigation would probably give you a bit more.
I'll let you put investigation on it. Sure.
Well, +1, guys. I don't know shit.
Well, you were told that warlords of hell kind of implies that they attack anybody that isn't them, so it was probably just random.
If I do good. No. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
I was just pretty much like meh.
Yeah.
Gets back into the helm and just starts driving the new vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, you're Mad Maggie told you, warned you that these people do tend to just attack. She just told her people to leave you be. But you're back on the road. Is Trevor or Michael driving?
I think Michael said he was.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael's driving.
All right. So I'm going to say you need to pay attention to the road. For what? There's no road. What am I talking about? You know what? Everybody can make
The landscape.
Yeah, because the driver needs to pay attention to the landscape. I will say that the rest of you go ahead and make some perception rolls while you're finding your way. Okay.
Oh, yay!
I'm going to say that both of you noticed this. Trevor, I'll just give you a little extra detail. But you're driving past, well, you're heading towards one of these random, pools of unidentifiable liquid, and you can see a figure standing there. Trevor, you recognize this as an arcanolith who's just watching the pool as things, like every 30 seconds or so, something jumps out of it.
An Arcanolith?
Yes.
Remind me what that was.
Those are the Yugoloth that are like fox-looking humanoids. They, you remember that? I forget his name. It was the shopkeeper of the Smiling Fiend, the one who gave all those random fun things. Like he gave you that head of helm of dread helmet that makes your eyes glow.
Gotcha.
He's that kind of fiend. They are neutral evil, so they usually only get involved if there's profit for them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, he's just watching things jump out of this and seems to find quite a bit of amusement in it.
I will pass that information along.
Okay.
Kyle
What?
looks at like, who's that weirdo? That weirdo, sorry.
Again, I pass on what.
Yeah,
I
so
remember.
everybody knows about it.
Anybody want to go say hi to him?
I mean,
Not
you're driving.
Yeah, but just because I'm driving doesn't mean that you're all like my slaves. So, anybody want to go see?
no.
Lulu says, you can't trust fiends. Corvus is like, actually, they're usually... Don't listen to the stupid elephant. Let's see what he's up to.
Hey, you be nice to the cute elephant.
Yeah, you
Please.
don't be mean. Being mean is wrong. Well, judging someone just because they're a fiend is also wrong, but... but now Lulu's having an internal conflict. It is wrong to judge people, but they're fiends, so they're evil.
Well, I mean, we did meet a fiend once that was nice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. But
Okay, Lulu's just having a complete internal conflict right now, so...
Sometimes just because something is born one way doesn't mean that it can become another.
Okay, so yeah, you just blew Lulu's world.
I guess we have to go see the fiend now.
Yeah, let's go see the fiend real fast.
Okay.
As we're continuously getting distracted from our chance to get the sword.
We're all
Okay.
gonna fucking die.
We're pretty much like ferrets with ADD at this point.
Yeah, you
The bad thing.
got Alright, so you pull up next to where he is. Do you stop a little ways off? You just tell me how you pull up.
probably. We'll
Okay.
stop. I don't know.
All right, so he kind of looks up and gives you a little wave as he goes back to paying attention to the pool. So he acknowledges that he sees you, but he doesn't seem to take too much interest.
Michael pops his head up over the viewfinder and pretty much and yells out to him, "Need any help?"
And he kind of turns like, "Oh, I've just been watching this. It's rather unusual." And another glowing fish seems to jump out of the pool and lands back in. And if you stick around, for like another 30 seconds, the next thing that pops up looks like, a jellyfish. Another 30 seconds later, it looks like a beetle, but with octopus tentacles.
Ew.
It's like they keep jumping out, and they're almost never the same.
I thought nothing could actually live in that river.
Actually, these pools, this isn't the sticks. This is like this is called a progenitor goo, and weird. It's a combination of several things, including demon ichor. So weird things can happen in it. He just looks at you. care for some entertainment? We can place a bet on what's about to come out. If the same creature jumps out of the goop 2 times in a row, you win. If it's different, I win.
What are we betting on?
What's jumping out of the goo? If
What
you
are
get
we
2
betting?
similar creatures, you win the bet. If 2 different creatures jump out, he wins.
What are we betting?
What currency do you prefer? I have about 1,000 gold on me, and I have 5 soul coins I can part with.
Can we all bet?
As long as it's within the limits of how much I have on me, I don't care. Don't try to take all my money in one go, please.
Well, yeah, no, that's just rude.
Exactly.
We have actually very few coins to spare ourselves, so
So,
more.
one each.
looks to Trevor on this one and kind of shrugs his shoulders a bit, leaving the decision.
Out of character, how many coins did we have? 3 or 2?
We have 2 left. We used one to power up the thingamajig.
I have
Okay.
the
Frick
coin.
got a few, but I don't know if I think he had like 5. He might have been willing to donate to the cause because, after all, they're only worth something in hell. He's getting paid in gold the rest of the time, but he took 5 for right now. So I'll let you bump it up to 7 if you want. After all, only so many people can carry them, because Frick definitely counts as good, so it sort of weighs on him to carry too many at a time.
I think I was carrying a couple, wasn't I? Because it's whatever your modifier is.
Yeah, you can carry a minimum of 1 up to your modifier if you're good. After that, it kind of weighs on you a little bit. And
Okay, so I could technically carry 3.
yes. Well, no, you can carry 2. Someone like Frick could carry 1 because he has a modifier of 0. Is a minimum of 1.
Okay.
But anyway, so I'm going to say you have a grand total of 7 coins that you can bet, or you can, go 1 each, or you can bet your individual gold.
Okay, how about 100 gold pieces?
Okay, you can cover that. What about the rest of you?
Michael's not really a betting man, so he's staying out of this one on that one.
Okay.
On this particular.
Just going to do a reconnect on my camera right quick.
I'm going to. We can bet one of the soul coins he has.
He has 5. He doesn't want to, he isn't quite willing to bet them all in one go just yet, but you'll bet 2 soul coins?
Mm-hmm. For 2.
I can't hear you. You're fading out.
Or nothing, basically.
I only caught half of that. I heard betting 2 soul coins.
I'm just betting 2 coins. Soul coins.
Okay. All right then.
So he said that we have to guess the creature that comes out next, correct?
No, the way it works is because the same creature rarely jumps out twice. What it is, if the same creature, I said it's the same creature jumps out twice in a row, you guys win the bet. But if it's a different creature that jumps out, in 2 consecutive jumps, then he wins the bet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet
Right,
it.
so 100 gold and 2 soul coins.
Yeah, and the reason why is because I'm gonna say I'm using 1 or 2 of my plot points, depends on what you want to make it where. It's the same creature.
It's gonna take more than 2 plot points, I'm afraid, because this is a simple, I mean, I've got a way of figuring it out, but I'm gonna say for this, let's say plot points aren't really going to be able to affect this. It's just too much of a gamble. If it were sleight of hand or something you were trying, then I would give you something to roll. But this one's out of your control. All right. So
That's why I bet gold.
yeah. So the first thing that comes out is a 3-eyed fish. And then, so you all wait 30 seconds. And the next thing that pops out is a 3-eyed fish. And he kind of gets a surprised look on his face. Well, fair enough. 2 soul coins for you, 100 gold for you.
Thanks.
You care to bet again?
No, I'm not wanting to.
I'm never that lucky twice in a row.
Me neither.
Well, I mean, it's a little unfair to take my gold and leave, but that's your choice.
Michael just looks around at where they are and then back at this thing.
Give me you're just, he's like, I'm not from here. I just happen to be here, just honest. And he kind of points towards, like, I guess more of a research mission than anything. These pools have some unusual effects on, well, everything that touches them. I didn't suggest you take a dip. In fact, I advise you not to get into these things.
I just stare at Michael at that.
What can happen?
Let's just say, are you fond of your present physical form?
Yes.
Mostly.
Then I recommend you not get into this. Some creatures find it to be beneficial to have 2 heads, but maybe you would disagree.
I feel like
a progenitor pool can cause random mutations. Some of them, some of them can actually be considered useful, but those are few. Very few would say that.
Can I push frickin'? Or not frickin', I'm sorry. Michael. Can I just grab him by the wrist and just pull him in?
That would be contested athletics.
You want to do?
Can I help catch Michael so he has advantage on his?
If Jonja tries to throw him in, sure.
I am just, if this is actually going to go down, there's going to be hell to pay. So if you want to do it, do it.
Oh no! Why did I do this?
Hey, you're the one that asked the question.
Now that you say that, I'm still gonna do it. I feel, but it's
okay. Michael, you need to make one, and then Trevor can also give you advantage as a reaction.
Yeah,
Can I do an acrobatics check instead of an athletics
I'll let
one?
you have. Yeah, for you it can be acrobatics. I mean.
All the work that I have done.
Oh,
You are
no, because
you
you're
are
trying
so
to throw
welcome.
him in. He's trying to resist being thrown in. So that's why yours was different. But yeah, wow.
You are so welcome, Kyle.
And here I was trying to find the stats for what would happen right quick. Man,
For
that
who?
would have been fun. But
I was about to say, you didn't say I fell in.
Why are we trying to shove people into something that we were just told don't go into?
Because I'm neutral, and because I'm just a meme now.
This is
you're
not
evil.
neutral. This is
You're not neutral. You just try to throw someone into a pool of ichor to see what would happen. That's pretty much. Anyway,
That's more neutral evil because you wanted to see what might happen. If you want to get technical with shit. But Trevor doesn't know that, so.
Yeah. You do. I will say that Pip comes in, to view about then. It's like, that's kind of fun, but if you guys want to kill him, we can probably just trade him in for something right quick.
Corvus.
I forget.
We literally have
Hey,
complete complete opposites.
He just tried throwing you into the goo. That seems fair.
Think more on the long term.
Yeah, we can get about 3 days ride out of him if we toss him in, trade him in for a soul coin.
Like, can I try and pass it off as a joke?
Make make a deception check.
Where is it? I forgot. Oh yeah.
That would be under charisma. All right, and if anybody wants to give an insight. Okay. Were you joking, or did you really want to just try to throw in just to see what would happen?
Was kind of both. I wanted to do it as a joke mainly, but I did also want to see what could happen. It's like halfway.
I don't know what my 8 gives me.
I would say more joke.
You think that it was a really, really bad joke, but that he didn't mean it to be, horrible? He was like, oh, it was a poorly planned joke, but surely he wasn't trying to mutate you just for the fun of it.
There are some things that you joke with. Throwing somebody into a pit of God knows what in the middle of Avernus? Not so funny.
The Arcanolith is very amused by all of this.
Oh, yeah.
No, please continue.
Oh, we're continuing to make it blatantly obvious we don't belong here. Just saying.
Michael just points to the wrecking ball station. Johnny, get to your station now.
Sorry about that noise. That's in my room.
That's okay. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll get that fixed, and we'll get that fixed later. That hell beast will be tamed. But right now, get to the wrecking ball and stay there. And if you try to move, I will tie you down to it.
Janja just chuckles. But we walk on, I guess.
Michael, it's a weird day when I trust my brother more than I do Janja.
Seriously? Your brother's actually giving me no reason not to trust him?
I've had a few.
I trust him to throw me out a window. I trust him to throw me to beat the ever-loving snot out of me if I cross a line. I trust him to tell me to shut up. But I trust him.
You see, he wouldn't just throw you out of a window, though. He would drag you to the very top of the castle and throw you out that window.
That's pretty much thinking that I haven't already managed to get myself up there while being complete and total ass.
The Arcanolith's just smiling at all of this.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. Ma'am.
Thank you for this delightful show. It was worth what I lost in the bet just to watch.
What shampoo do you use, by the way?
It's all natural.
I just grabbed Michael by his scruff.
Perfect.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's Avernus.
I'm actually from Gehenna, but...
Oh. Have a good day.
He kind of waves to you again, chuckling at all of this, and goes back to watching things jump out of the pool. There's a couple more of those weird beetle octopus things. All right, so you're after all that, you're heading on towards the quest.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that tower called? The Tower of Blood or something? Something weird like
Haruman's
that.
Hill, I think.
Yeah, you were headed for Haruman's Hill. There's a lot of things, with weird names, but you start making your way on, and Lulu kind of comes out of her little introspective thought process, and as she starts to see things that she kind of recognizes, and you do finally pull up to a site of wrought iron trees that are lining up a trail that leads to the summit of the steep hill. Anguished knights are impaled on each of the tree's metal branches. Their bodies are writhing in torment as bloated striges, which are like overgrown, hellish mosquitoes, are feasting on their blood. The map says to you, "Behold, Zariel's dog crucified those who betrayed his mistress in battle."
Ow.
I'm getting the thoughts that she doesn't like traitors.
Seems like a cool marriage. Pretty rough relationship.
Do you
That-
get out of the ride and start to make your way up?
Is the pathway wide enough for us to take the ride up there?
No, you would be plowing through these trees and the people on them. It's wide enough that I'll say you can walk about two at a time.
Michael's gonna stand up from where he is and he's gonna ask, "Would you guys rather I helped you end the suffering now, or do you want us to just walk through?"
Most of them are a little bit in too much pain, but you think you hear a voice up at the top that it's sort of hard to understand because of the whales, but there's someone who can speak up at the top of all this.
Creepy.
I'm going to get out and start walking as quickly as possible. Actually, I'm going to start running.
All right.
Running is a good idea.
Lulu will travel along with you because she's convinced this is where the sword is.
I will follow.
Okay. So as you're running through, all these screaming, crucified people in horrible pain, you actually see that above their their heads on the trees are their names and the sins they committed.
Oh.
Most of them just say betrayal or something to that effect. That they betrayed Zariel. Almost all of them, are traitors of some sort. As you
Does it say what they betrayed, like how they betrayed traitor, or is it just the word betrayal?
mostly it's just the word betrayal or
Okay.
betrayal of their friends. It doesn't get too specific.
Okay.
As you, let me get a drink right quick. As you go up the hill, you see at the very top is a vampire, and the striges that had been drawing blood from everyone else fly up to him and inject it into him.
Ew.
Basically, they're forcibly keeping him alive. And he.
Oh, is he impaled too?
Yes, he is also impaled. He looks at you and says, "Someone has finally come. Forgive me for not greeting you more properly. My name is Jandar Sunstar." And Lulu's like, "I know him.
Really?
Yeah, he was with Zariel." And then she kind of looks at him. Emotions are kind of complicated as he says, "You may say it. I betrayed Zariel. I had tried to overcome my own curse by hunting down those of my kind. I joined Zariel thinking that it would be a way for me to redeem my corrupted soul. But when we came to Avernus, I was afraid, and I turned back, and some followed me." He vaguely, gestures to the others on the hill. "We sealed the portal behind us, leaving everyone else to their fate. We told no one, and that secret shame marked us for life. And when they died, they came here, and Haruman grabbed them all and impaled them onto the trees. When I could no longer live with the shame of what I'd done, I threw myself before Lathander's mercy and greeted the sunrise. He did not listen to me. And now, I beg of you to please end our misery. Lulu just sort of looks at him and she says, I think I made a mistake coming here. This is not where the sword is. I'm sorry.
I gently pat her little head.
She kind of says, I think I need to think a little more about where the sword is. She looks up, pity in her eyes at Jandar.
So
why did you close off the portal behind everybody? Was it to keep something from getting across into the other side, or was it because you just...
It was fear of those things coming for us. We were terrified at what we saw, and we did not want it to come for us. And we sealed our brothers to their fate. And now we suffer for our own choices. But please, we've been here long enough. Please cut us down. Let our souls be free.
Michael starts looking around for a way to do that.
You're pretty sure that, well, the trees are made of iron. You're pretty sure you can still pull them down, but it would take you a while to get them all. I'm not saying it's going to be comfortable for them, but how can their pain get much worse?
Yeah. Michael starts pulling out rope, and he starts making it into a lariat to affix to the top, and just try to pull those things down.
Okay.
I'll pop out my wings and help.
Okay. You start with Jandar, or do you just pick the first person you see?
Let's start with Jandar, and then just go on through until we've gotten every single last one. I don't care if we have to. I don't care personally if Michael doesn't care personally if he has to start shooting these giant mosquitoes to keep them off of everyone as well.
That one. Well, that wouldn't hurt. Again, it's not like their whole purpose is just to keep Jandar alive longer by, he's the only one who's needs the blood to... Everybody else was incapable of dying here. But we're going to say there are a grand total of, let me do math, 14 people here.
Okay.
That includes Jandar. So you're able, as soon as you pull him off, he immediately starts to turn to dust, and the last thing you hear is him whisper, "Thank you," before he crumbles away. And you start moving on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just moving on and on and on.
All right. Well, as soon as you start, the Striges do begin to attack. I will say, if one person wants to focus on getting them off, I'll let the other two kind of, fend them off, just to simplify our combat.
I've got Eldritch Blast, so I can continuously fire like 3 bolts.
Okay,
across.
just give me 3 blast, because these are tiny little things. So just give me a few blast. Yeah, that decimated them. Okay, so yeah, you take out a handful, and I'm going to say they won't even get near Trevor as he's trying to do this. But
I'm a much bigger flying thing than they are.
Yes.
I think.
But as you start to pull the bodies down, they all go through the same process of crumbling into dust. You can almost feel their souls being released, and you know that you're doing an act of good right now. You can feel it in this place. You know, you feel a certain satisfaction when you do things back on the material plane. Here, you can actually feel good acts being done. But as you're doing this, the others start to scream in terror as they say, "He's coming! He's coming!" And you all see, it's called a Nazgûl. This is a type of devil that paladins have been turned into devils become, and he's riding a nightmare, and he's flying towards you from the sky. He's about 300 feet away right now.
Oh shit!
And it's going to take you more. You've got. Oh, we're going to say you managed to get about 3. So you've got another 11 people left if you want to try to stop them. But he's going to be on you well before that.
Yeah, no, as soon as he hits to about the 120-foot range, Michael just starts unleashing on him with witch bolts.
Okay. In that case, we better go ahead and do some initiatives. Because this is going to need to be contemplated. Oh, and he got high.
Higher than me.
Harmon got first. Let's see. Then it's Michael. Then the Stridges. And then Jonja and Trevor. Okay. Like I said, he's 300 feet away. And how fast does the nightmare move again?
Is he flying? I don't remember if nightmares fly. Okay.
Yes. So it's going to, he can only, even dashing, if he's dashing, he'll go about 180. So in the first round, he does get within 120 feet, actually. So, Michael, you're able to start shooting right away. Go ahead and give me your 3 blast. That hit. That hit. That hit. What's the grand total? 16?
Grand total is 16, yeah.
Okay. Stupid math. Okay. Then that makes it you still had a handful of these bug things. I'm kind of going to work them as more of a swarm right now for simplicity. They are going to go after the one who was shooting them. Michael, what is your AC again?
AC with my shield is 21.
Okay, in that case, nope, they only got a 20, so none of them are able to get to you. All right. Jonja, it's your turn. Your opponent is 120 feet away. I'm pretty sure that's further than you can throw a shield. But you do have some of these things around, or you can run for it.
Yeah, wait, what other, what's the biome around me? Is there any?
There's like metal trees that have people stuck to them.
Yeah, can I get one that isn't broken? And I'm gonna throw it with my ring,
Throw what? The tree?
I want to throw the tree directly, or multiple spikes, the sharp ends of the trees, the branches at them, and just a shower.
Okay, so you're trying to take on all the stridges with a shower of branches?
The iron branches, yes.
Okay. It doesn't really give a good mechanic for attacking with your ring, but I'm going to call this more of let's call this intelligence, because you're trying to aim for small things. So just give me an intelligence check, and I'll decide how many you hit and how much damage you do. Actually, that's not too bad. That does make their AC. What's your intelligence modifier?
2.
2? Okay, I'm going to say you're able to throw 2 of those branches at a time accurately. So you knock out a couple of the bugs. Because they have almost no HP. There's no point in even rolling damage. If you guys make contact, you pretty much kill him. All right, so you do manage to take out 2 of the bugs. Trevor, it is your turn.
Okay, he's 120 feet away.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to dash and use my charger feet at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. And then I am going to use my shield as well.
Okay.
So my AC will be 20.
All right, so you're going to meet him head on in battle. Nice.
Yep. What does this do again? I get a... Okay, I can use my bonus action to make an attack, and if I hit, it's an extra 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah!
Crap,
Go me!
yeah. You made contact. Tell us how you hit him.
So,
I
kind of
imagine
shitty damage, though, but...
Okay.
I don't... What?
I just imagine Avengers in-game style.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Give,
Yep,
us-
you
give
know
us some
what? I
flavor
like that.
for this.
We'll go with that.
You know what? I didn't break out the hit die card, the critical hit cards. Let me pull one for you because
Oh, yeah!
this deserves
I was so
one.
confused. I was like, how did I get a critical on both a 29 and a 30? But then I remembered I crit on a 19.
Yeah. All right. So,
I love Trevor so much.
shot through the heart. Oh, wait a minute. No, these are the ones when you take a hit. Yeah, that's the right one. This is the... I'm trying to figure out if I'm pulling from the right deck or not. So,
I couldn't light it up because I used my bonus action to attack.
yes. So, that's what,
okay.
11 points of damage?
So 11 plus 5, so 16.
16? Okay. There's a reoccurring number for us.
That's sure not bad, though.
All right. But let me pull the right card because that's when you get hit with a critical. You hit him with a critical, and like I said, a big hit like that deserves a draw of a card.
I like that whole, like, Avengers style, though. We'll go with that.
Yeah, okay. So you're flying in like an avenging angel.
I, for some reason, imagine you as the Valkyrie on the pet.
He's closer to
Yes.
that because he's the one with... But anyway, let's see.
I'm just like a giant metal thing right now because my wings are metal, too. It's great.
And he loses his grip mid-swing. And,
Yeah.
actually, I'm pretty sure I'm getting these cards all mixed up because that should be... It's been a while since I've used them, so he needs to make a DC throw. Okay, so basically you managed to stab him through the heart. He needs to make a con save, and a powerful con save. And he doesn't. He loses 1/4 of his maximum hit points to the
Holy
end
shit.
of his turn for 3 rounds. Yeah, you struck him pretty heavily. How much did I say? 1/4 of his hit points. So that was off of his maximum. So he can't
So does he
recover.
lose that? He loses that all 3 rounds, or is it he just loses that for 3 rounds?
He loses it for a grand total of 3 rounds. So, like, if he wants to heal himself, his maximum has just come down for
Nice.
quite a bit. Okay, so yeah, he does not like you very much. And guess what? It's his turn now.
I have a shield, though.
Yes, that is true.
I'm a little harder to hit.
Yeah.
Watch, I fucking say that.
Okay, you're the only one that can hear his terrifying command. Make a charisma saving throw for me.
Is it a fear effect?
Yes, it is.
Because I don't think... Hold on.
You have advantage on poison, I know. I don't know if you have anything for fear yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not that strong of a paladin yet. So
Okay.
a charisma saving throw?
Yes. Ooh, okay. You are frightened of him for 1 minute.
Indomitable.
Okay, you're able to shake that off. Is that a reaction?
It says
Oh.
I can re-roll.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
So.
reroll.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yay!
You are not frightened of him, which, once you're in melee range, that's largely academic anyway. But he raises his Hellfire Lance, and he attacks you multiple times. One of them was a natural 20. It
I
still
get the
hit.
credit.
Yeah, I know. What was your AC? 21?
20 total.
20? Okay, because in that case, he does hit you all 3 times.
That's fine.
But, all right.
No, we didn't take time to heal or anything, right?
No, he didn't heal himself. He just
No,
went.
we didn't.
Oh, you didn't? I mean, you were
I don't
already,
know.
you had already taken no, you didn't take time to heal after your last battle, so
Okay.
you did not come into this one in great health. Okay, we're just going to go with
No, I'm
average
fine.
damage. So you take a grand total of 33 piercing damage,
I might not be fine.
and then you will take 16 times 3 fire damage. Let me see what that is. Because I didn't
40.
expect you guys to, meet him head on.
16 times 3?
48 fire
48.
damage. Are you
Mhm.
still up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing great.
Just checking. Because I want you to do a quick history check for me.
All of us?
Sure, I'll let all of you make it. Okay.
I don't know shit unless I get the
okay.
18 for some reason.
No, you don't. The other two of you, though, being able to think a little more clearly, having not just had your innards fried by a lance, remember that if you die from a hellfire weapon, your soul goes straight into the river Styx. There's a little bit of time. There's a couple of hours, but people who die from these come out as lemurs. Okay, Michael, it is your turn. Trevor just got skewered.
I got fucked up.
I'm going to hit him with Eldritch Blasts, and I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration on Trevor because he's still too far away for any of my spells to actually be able to heal him.
Yeah.
So I'm moving my maximum amount,
Okay.
which is the 30, and then I'm hitting with Eldritch Blast at this guy, and I'm using my Bardic Inspiration to give him Bardic Inspiration. So,
okay. Make your attacks. All right, that missed. That missed. That hit for 3. Okay. And then we're going to say there's only a couple of Striges left. They're going for you, Michael. They rolled badly. They don't hit. So we're going to say with all the magic flying around, they opt to just get clear because they're too weak to bother with. Janja.
I am going to, would my astral arms work in this situation?
They only give you a reach of 10 feet.
Okay.
So
I'll
you
try and,
you can start cutting down more of the bodies, but you would have to get a long ways before you can fight.
I think we should take down the threat, which is the
Okay.
person.
Yeah, who is flying 120 feet in the air right now.
Okay, I can't do anything, so I'll go and help.
Okay. Just wanted to
yeah.
point out, what your physical limitations were. Okay. All right. And then Trevor, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 swings real quick.
Okay. Neither of those hit.
Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute. You did a critical fail, though, so I get to draw a card for that.
Well, while you're drawing the card, I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
Well, not run. I'm gonna.
You have disadvantage on all attacks until you successfully hit again because you just shattered your confidence.
Yeah, I am going to back off and risk getting hit towards my friends.
Okay. So he makes an attack. And what was his +2 hit? Oh yeah, he gets a plus 10 to hit. I'm sorry, he just caught you again. That's 11 piercing, 16 fire.
Okay, hold on. So 7.
A grand total of
I'm still
27.
up. I'm still up.
Okay, then you can now run your full flight distance away from him.
I'm gonna go 60 feet away. And
Oh.
it's just fuck.
And you're all very focused on this, so you're very, very surprised when you hear Lulu scream as a couple of giant hell wasps are carrying her away.
Wait, the who? What?
2 hell wasps, which are exactly what they sound like, giant wasps from hell, just picked up Lulu and are carrying her away. It's Haramon's turn again. I think it's pretty effortless to say that he's going straight for the coward who is flying away from him. That's a 20. He just hit you 3 times in a row again. I think that's more than enough to bring you down.
Andy, I have 8 hit points.
Yeah, okay. Then let's just say you fall to the ground.
So is that 1 fail or is that 2?
I'm not gonna make you do a fail yet because you have really good armor. We'll do the rolls on your turn. But that he only needed 1 attack for that. So he's going to take on Michael with his next 2, and I'm just going to do 2 new rolls. Both of them are above 21.
Jesus.
So that's going to be for you 22 piercing, 32 fire.
I am 22 plus how many?
32 fire.
I am just up.
Okay. Good.
I have like 3 points left.
Wow.
This is what happens when we try to be good people.
Well, this is why I said I was slightly prepared, to help you guys out. So,
You took Lulu away from me.
I know, but I always said I had some people around to assist when absolutely necessary.
Can I take a potion and
It's your
use
turn.
a spell at the same? Yeah,
I'll let you take a potion as a bonus action if you're drinking it for
All right.
yourself.
I am.
Okay.
So yeah, first things first.
All right. Go ahead and do your healing.
I mean, if you guys wanted to run, I'm okay with that. I don't blame you.
Okay. So you have 17.
So that brings me up to 20 hit points.
Okay.
But my next move is shatter on this fucker.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Shatter. That's a save for him, correct?
DC 17, but let me look at the level that I'm casting it at a level 5.
Okay. Is this a dex save?
It is a con save.
Con save. Okay. He rolled a 3. How much damage does he take grand total? 27?
I do believe so, yeah. Yeah, he does take 27.
Okay, that's a pretty good hit.
And with that, Michael's just pissed.
Okay.
Can I try to use that as like an intimidation as well? Just like this guy comes up to me, hits me.
You've already done all your actions at this particular moment. So,
all right.
Janja, it is your turn.
How far away is?
He's now he's now in melee range with Michael, so that means he's in melee range with you also. I mean, you can use your movement to get into a fight with him.
Yeah, I'm going I'm going to do that.
That'll hit. Are you adding the stunning strike to it?
Yes. I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
Yeah, that's just wanted to see that was the key point, and he needs to make a con save. So he takes 3 points of bludgeoning. That doesn't sound right. That's supposed to be have your a modifier attached to it. Do you have more dexterity?
I have.
It's what it is it's not even rolled a die. It's just pretty much gone 0
Oh
plus
yeah.
her strength.
Okay. Roll. What? What is your physical attack? I think it's a D8 at your current level.
I think so. Yes.
All right, I'm going to roll a D8 for you, and we'll try to get that fixed later. So you did 10 points of bludgeoning damage. That was better. And he needs to make a con save of 15. Yeah, he made that. So he's not stunned.
It was a good try.
Yeah. Everybody in the area suddenly feels a warm glow come over them, and you get 9 points of health back. As you see a figure you've met once or twice. He is, I forget what race he is. The dude, the Furbog cleric you've met in Wildem a time or two, steps out, casting a healing spell over you all. So 9 points of health.
Woo.
He's like, hey guys, y'all seem like y'all could use some help.
You sound like the one that was in Critical Role that had made like visions of.
I don't know what any of that is, but I mean, hey, whatever works for you, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Trevor, you are waking up on the ground. You have 9 health points. It'll take half your movement to get up. And we'll just say, because I didn't put it on a battle map for this, you could use the rest of it to get back into the fight. Or you can do something other than throw your fragile beat form at the fiery guy.
Oh, let's see. I have a potion of greater healing I would love to take as a bonus action.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
How much is a greater healing potion?
I don't remember. I expect you guys to keep track of your own potions.
A greater healing potion is 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, goody. I got another 12, so I have 21 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
9.
Do you want to use your action to attack, or do you want to use it to burn off some of your heat? You have some healing magic as a paladin. I don't know how much.
I have a nice biggie cure wounds.
And you have lay on hands.
Oh, shit, that's right.
I think it's like 10 points at this stage. I think it's 5 points per level.
Yes, I will go up to Michael and I will give him 5 hit points.
Okay. All right.
Janja, you're good, right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it is.
And then I will give myself that other 5.
You can only do one person at a time.
Oh, shit, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Michael, you
I'm
get 5.
bending the rules a certain bit, but. All right. So you just gave Michael 5?
Sounds like, yeah,
Okay.
5.
All right.
And then that's my action.
Okay. It's Haramon's turn again. I think he's going to focus more on Michael, who actually withstood his previous attack. Oh, and he only hits once this time. So that's 11 piercing, 16 fire.
27.
Yep. And that was his turn. Michael, it is your turn again.
Yeah, Michael's going to do something quite radical here. He's just going to jump up, grab hold of the guy's head, and use Thunder Wave.
Okay, since that's mostly just flavor, go ahead and cast Thunder Wave. When Thunder Wave hits everyone in the area, correct?
Thunder Wave hits everybody in a certain sort of square in front of me. So what I'm going to do is angle it so that as I'm running up to him and doing this,
okay,
none of the other two aren't in the way of this attack. It just is pretty much a jump up and just smack him in the face with this freaking thing.
Okay, and
for 31,
he needs to make a con save.
Instead of Falcon Punch, it's Michael Punch.
Yeah. Ooh. He's not doing good on his con saves. What would you say that was? 31? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and he gets pushed back as well 10 feet if he
Okay.
fails.
Yeah, he does fail. I'm just doing the math right quick. So yeah, they're pushed back 10 feet.
Everybody can hear it.
Janja, is your turn again?
He's right next to me as well. I'm going to.
Well, you would
Try-
now have to run up 10, like 10 feet to get to him. But you can run and attack. You have a long range attack, I want to point out.
I know.
Okay. But
I'm reading this. Man, no, I'll do that in a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a javelin.
okay, that'll hit him.
You.
For 15. Ooh, not bad. Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna use that.
You can only use that if you're doing a melee attack.
Oh, okay. Well, forget that then.
Okay. So
I just saw it as a bonus.
you can throw your spear twice. You have 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
So you
Then
can call it back and throw it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at him from distance.
Okay.
Return my hand, and then can I run up and try and jab it in his head?
I mean,
With-
if you want to do a melee attack with it, sure.
Sure.
I mean, after all, you surely want to be the guy in close combat with him. Go ahead, go for it.
I did hit dice, right?
Hmm.
Do the hit dice?
No, just use your javelin again as the attack weapon.
Okay.
Okay, this time it did not hit.
That was gonna be cool.
But now you are the closest target to him, but fortunately it's Trevor's turn.
How far away is Lulu?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, because even I forgot. These guys fly at 60 feet per round, about 120 feet away.
Go for it.
I say technically your
Lulu.
wings are still out. You didn't purposely quit using flight.
Yeah. Okay. Because I can dash and get there and charge one of them.
Okay, sure. Go for it. Okay,
Guessing
that hit.
26 hit.
26 does hit.
16.
Okay, you deal quite a bit of damage to the one carrying Lulu. You don't quite kill him.
Did you remember
said
your
that was a
+5?
charger, didn't you? That's 21.
Oh yeah, +5, so 21.
Okay, it still doesn't quite knock him down, but man, it hurts. Let's just give him a roll to see. He drops Lulu from that attack.
Yeah.
I'll let you use your reaction to catch Lulu.
Yes.
And we won't even make that a roll. You were literally right there. But you will have to deal with a couple of hell wasps in a moment. Because that was your turn. Haramon,
I can't abandon Lulu.
Haramon screams out in rage as his nightmare starts, just takes, kind of like rears up, flames all around, and they vanish.
Michael
Okay.
spits on the ground where Haruman was, and then just turns around to fire Eldritch bolts at the 2 wasps.
Okay, go ahead and make your 3 attacks. Let's see. That missed. That missed. That one hit. So we'll say you hit the one that was already damaged. And Yeet Boy, do you want to do anything?
Is there more people on the branches?
Yes, there's still I think about I think we said 13 more left, other than a couple of hell wasps that are outside of your range.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help them.
Okay, so you start pulling a person down, doing good acts, and we're
Back from my state by trying to throw Michael into the river.
yeah, sure that totally makes up for what you were doing. All right, Trevor, The Hell Wasps are going to attack you, but one got a critical fail.
Yeah.
So it's only fair that I, do something for him. Well,
Can I just kick it?
no, because you're going to be able to do that in just a minute. But because he can't drop his weapon is a part of him. His other one failed pretty badly with like a 14. Then the second one will attack. Your AC is definitely above 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, then both of them miss with their attacks. It's your turn now.
I have 2 attacks.
Yeah, Lulu is able to fly on her own again.
Okay. So.
Actually, no, wait a minute. Lulu's there. I think it's only fair that she gets to do something. She's going to turn on these rather annoying Hell Wasp, and they each need to make a Constitution save.
We'll let Lulu go first.
Yeah. One of them, they both failed. Lulu lets out her trumpet of sparks. Sparkles. Got to get it right. Dealing 22 radiant damage to each of them. One is burned really bad. The other one, he don't look happy. Okay, Trevor.
I rolled a 21 and a 16.
Okay, the 21 will hit, so you clip the wings on the weakened one, and he flies down in pieces. You miss with the other one.
Okay.
Michael, it is your turn. There is one left.
Eldritch Blast on that one.
Okay, roll it. That hit. You hit 2 times.
10.
Okay. Janja, I guess you're going to keep doing what you can do because you can't really get into the air.
Correct.
Okay. So you're able to save another person. They crumble, but very grateful for their suffering being ended. And then Lulu is just going to go with the sparkles again because that kind of is her best attack. And this one makes his save, which means he only takes 11 points of damage. But still, you're pretty sure you see holes in the wings. He's going down. He's hurt pretty bad from that. Trevor, your turn.
Oh, down.
Bonus action to light up my sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me damage for the first one. Yeah, the first one alone was enough to do it.
22, so 30 for one. And then 7.
He had 9 health left.
I wanted to do the math.
Okay, but do you want to tell us how you chop him up?
I just want to disintegrate this fucking thing.
Okay. With the sword being lit up, you start slicing him into pieces, and they turn to ash as they flutter away. Lulu does, a dramatic pose, and because I have it where she'll always sparkle.
Yay!
Friendship wins again.
I just hug Lulu.
I just always have to, bring her out for these. We're just gonna leave her in the corner, sparkling.
I love her so much.
Okay,
We'll put her in the corner that we're going to.
You're right here. I'm trying to keep her out of the way slightly, but you managed to chase off Horrormon, who was very weakened. But the truth of the matter is that nightmares can enter the ethereal plane. So rather than face defeat, he decided to run so that he could gather more forces or heal up or something. He's not stupid enough to stay around and die. You have time to save every last person from the trees.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at them all and say, "Help me! I can't be the only one to do this. This is your."
Michael starts just Eldritch blasting the root of the trees to get them to fall over.
I'm going to say it'll be easier for you to aim for the branches, but yeah, you can accomplish that. So that's not too. That's definitely doable. You managed to save Lulu. So while y'all are doing this, Lulu has had time. Oh yeah, and Corvus is just over there like, good show, good show. Uh, I mean, Haramon's totally going to track you guys down now, but man, you put a beat down on him.
What does Harmon tend to do to those that he absolutely hates?
Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. As soon as each of you hit him, a tree sprouted out with your name. It said attacking an officer as your crime.
Attacking an officer? I didn't realize I was part of this army.
Lulu, please take us back. I want to go back.
Oh, I can try to find a way to send you back. I mean, it is my goal to save Zariel. I can't really put that on you, I guess.
No.
So she's trying to think about it. How
I cannot let it in my heart to leave you alone here. I can't.
Well, she's giving a lot of thought to whether or not she can send Janja back, and it's going to take her a moment to work on that.
Janja, you're staying with us.
I don't want to go against the law.
Oh, guess what? Next time, don't try to throw me into a freaking primordial ooze pit. You're staying with.
That's
He does have a point.
a joke. This is now gotten too serious for me.
It's just now getting serious? We're in hell!
No, I'm talking about being against the law in hell. I'd rather.
Technically, if we were against the law, we'd be against Zariel. But, I mean, we kind of are, but we're trying to help her. Lulu, help me out here.
She's deep in thought. The dude just kind of standing there like, wow,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
you guys.
Thanks for the help, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Wow,
What are
you
you
guys
doing
getting some weird stuff. Even
But,
I
you know-
forgot he was standing there. He's been kind of, he's trying to take it all in.
Darn, I made a. Kiara's not here.
So, my cleric friend, how did you manage to get here? But as well, the moral implications of us leaving now when we realize that we can potentially save a soul from here and turn the tide a bit in the greater scheme of evil.
Well,
Would that be morally wrong of us to do?
Man, I'm not really the type to judge people's morals. I mean, you just saved like 13 people from. That's a good thing, isn't it? If you feel like you can do more, then maybe you should. But at the same time, you've done more than most people. So, and I don't really know how I got here. I was just walking by one day and I walked through a forest, and then I was in this forest, and so I guess the universe just wanted me to be here, man.
Katie, is Janja hurt?
A little bit.
I'll say
Okay.
that the dude will top you guys off. He's got a few spells, and he'll go on his way, once all this is over. So
Michael gives him a great big hug.
And he's like, yeah, hey, all right, cool, man. He gives you a hug back. You guys are
Yeah.
cool.
I'll go up.
If you need me to stick around, it's going to take a bit of my magic to get you guys all healed up, but I can hang out for a while.
Yeah, we'd like you to hang with us.
Okay, then that could
We haven't
actually.
hung out in a while.
I'm going to say that he'll just burn one of his 7th level spells to, heal everybody, because prayer of healing at that range should be pretty high. And you guys do have some time to rest.
So this is completely random, but doesn't Lulu have a beacon of hope? I don't remember if she has that now.
She does not have beacon of hope.
No.
She does
I was
have.
thinking
She does have cure wounds twice a day. But
I have cure wounds I can use too, and
Yeah.
then I have 5 points of lay on hands I can give someone.
yeah, her healing is a little bit more limited, and like I said, you guys took on a very tough guy, with only a fraction of your party. So I'm going to be nice and top off your health. with the dude who's just
Oh,
like,
thank God.
hey, yeah.
Like, is he doing us back to max, or?
You know what? Let me just see what 7th level would what I say 7th level healing word. So I need to roll a whole bunch of oh wait, no, I wasn't going to do healing word. I was going to do he's got something in here that will do a lot. Mass cure wound sounds good. Let's do that 7th level. So it's 3d8 for 5. Add a couple onto that.
I'll find a nice place to settle down and just sit down.
Okay.
And I'll.
All right, just a sec. Let me do the math here.
I just realized how am I able to play a flute mask?
29 points of healing for everybody, and that was his 7th level spell for the day. So if you guys can take a short rest while Lulu is considering everything.
Right. And then for me and Michael, I will do another cure wounds.
Okay.
And I'm just playing my flute because I'm happy and bored.
All right.
Okay, Michael, you get 11. I'll take the 8.
Well, John just bored. Sorry, I'm not bored.
All right. So how much did we get beforehand?
29.
That
So
put
you
me
would
at 30.
have 40.
Plus that. Yeah, I'd have 47 now.
Okay. All right. So while Lulu is, taking some time to, think about her new memories she's clearly got something wrong, and she spends like 10 minutes just apologizing to John. She's like, "I'm sorry, I don't have my magic can't get us out of here. I'm so sorry, but if we find a way out, I'm going to send you home first thing because you are a good person, even though you do bad things from time to time. You're still a good person." It's like 10 minutes of that.
Nah, I care about you, Lula.
So while you guys are, taking your time to rest up a little bit, you do hear the sound of the otter wizard. It's like, hello, hello, and as you turn around, you see a transparent him. He's all transparent, but he's standing there in front of you. Like,
You're back.
Hello, can anybody hear me? Sweetfoot, are you sure this is right? I don't see anybody. Hello.
We see you. Michael just walks up to the image and then starts waving his hand through its head.
Yeah, there's no reaction. It's like, Sweetfoot, if you got crumbs all over the transmission crystal again, I swear what? Well, yes, I guess we can go out for some snacks after this, but let's try to help. And then he fades away.
Trevor's just staring at the spot like, we're gonna die here.
Well, man, I mean, that's not my intention, but I guess if it happens, I guess it happens.
Fair point.
Michael just looks around and goes, yeah, but if we're going to go down, we're going to take as many of the evil things with us, and we're going to try and save as many people as possible. Shouldering a freaking bag of holding and then just walking right into the transport.
Can we use dice
Lulu
and all
just says, with the power of friendship, we will all make it through and we will save everyone. And then she flies up.
I love Lulu so much.
And she says that, now that she's had some time to consider everything, it's like, obviously, Haramon's Hill wasn't where the sword is. There's 2 ways we might be able to find the Citadel. There is the place where demons manifest, and there's the place where demons are destroyed. Either of those could get us there, and she'll let you pick.
So, Andy, tell me if this was something Trevor would know.
Okay.
Like, I know we had talked about, Riel's, like, assistant or advisor or whatever would want her gone, basically. Right?
What you know, let's say, I'll let you do a history check, and
Okay.
we'll see what you know about infernal politics.
Oh, I'm gonna go with a big fat nothing.
Actually, that's not bad. So, from what you recall, Bell was in charge before Zariel showed up, and so he got demoted to her like um oh, and I forget his name. What's the guy in charge of it all?
Asmodeus?
Yes, Asmodeus basically made him her advisor. And from what you can tell about, infernal politics, no one wants to get demoted, and least of all, they want to be told who, they have to advise, the person who took their job. So you're fairly certain Bell probably, and if you want to ask, either of your guides, they can confirm, oh, yeah, he would get rid of her in a second if he could.
So would it be crazy to maybe, like, ask him?
Are you asking Corvus about this?
I'm asking everybody this.
Okay. Corvus is kind of looking at the shield as if, it's talking back to him. Like, yes and no. If he doesn't kill you right away, then it's probably a way he will help. But we have to find a way to get to him. But if you, from what Lulu told you about ways to get to the Bleeding Citadel, one is the path of demons, the other is the path of devils. One of them might actually bring you to Bell's Forge. You can always just start looking for it.
I just saw, like, on the map here, it's close-ish.
Well, remember, the map is not even remotely useful because hell changes. Right. But if you want to try to find, you can start trying to get there. You just have to ask for a lot of directions along the way. And Corvus can go and try to, talk to a few people to find out where it was last seen. Because he's like, yeah, that speeds up the whole thing. And then we can get to that part where you're going to go and kill all those other guys for my new boss.
Yep.
And plus, it means that, I don't have to watch you guys all get slaughtered by Haramon again. So he's all for it.
That and plus, Corvus, if Haramon sees you again with us, and he might start putting two and two together that you're traveling around with us, and that puts you on Haramon's shit list as well, doesn't it?
If that happens, I'm going to say that I was just bound to you guys, and now I'm not, and I can work for him.
Fair enough.
You think I'm stupid enough to go up against him? No,
I'm
I
pretty
don't
much
even
saying,
know if he can see through my invisibility.
Yeah, but I'm pretty much saying, do you think Haramon's rage will be clear enough for him to see in?
I wasn't the one who was taking down the people who were meant to be killed, or who were meant to suffer.
But you weren't exactly stopping us either.
I'm going to go ask for directions to Bell's Forge, and you see him disappear and fly away. Hear him fly away.
I love you, Corvus.
Yeah, you kind of had him over a barrel there. Okay, so he's going to go ask for some directions because we're going to say that he's able to track you guys back down if you want to, start moving, because staying still is not a great idea.
Oh, God, no, we're going to get moving now.
Okay, so he's going to be a little while, but he thinks he can help you guys find, we're going to say that, within a couple hours he's going to come back, and it's possible to get there, but, like I said, you're going to have to do a little bit of traveling to find your way. And I am just double checking. So,
be a while before I can fly again.
Okay. I forgot about that. So, yeah, he's, I'm going to say this as much as I want to do some things from the other path too, each of them had something I wanted to accomplish. Uh, this is going to take you on the path of devils. So the first thing you are heading towards is the big bright light known as the demon zapper. And as you start to get near it with your ride, which we're going to say it's probably getting close to the end of the day, the ride will still work for another 48 hours on one coin. We're going to go ahead and say that it's getting close to the end of the day, but it's up to you guys to decide if you want to take a rest or not, because you're still inside of a big tank that somebody might try to steal. So if you want to look for a place to rest, or if you just want to keep pushing on for a little while longer.
What do you guys say? Because I say we keep pushing on, but I'm going to be a little bit low on heavy attack spells, but I can still do a lot of damage.
I have no spells left, but I can still hit things.
Okay. So.
Oh, that's right. I've also got the thing that allows me to give you extra dice, extra stuff when you use hit dice to rest.
You can use those. Well, you kind of top yourselves off, but when you take a short rest, you can use hit dice then. But I don't think anybody did. Well, I mean, I'll let you roll now if you did, but I think you guys just use magic to top off. Well, okay, so you're headed for what is described as the demon zapper, and as you get near it, you hear the map say, "The purest of souls leads fiends into a hellish trap. Zap zap."
Okay.
Yeah, the cartographer is insane. Even what's left, whatever part of him is printed on the map is insane. So you get near this tower, and a radiant light cascades from a rusted metal monument shaped up like an upraised mandibles of a giant beetle. And if anybody wants to try to look into the light...
Something tells me that might be a bad idea.
Lulu,
Yes.
should we look into?
Okay. And she starts to fly up to it.
Dude.
No.
It is radiant energy, guys.
Oh.
No,
But yeah, she flies into the light, and you hear like, no, I'm kidding. No, she comes back a moment later and is like, "Oh, it's horrible. They have a unicorn in there.
What?
There's a unicorn. It's trapped in there."
I immediately run up just because if it's a unicorn.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I want to go see too.
All right. So
Wow,
the
that hit
tower
dice just
is
put me back up to full.
about 100 feet tall.
Do we need to do sneaky sneaks? Do we have to do stealth?
Well, not really, because at the moment there's nobody there, and you just came up in a giant RV with, weapons mounted all over it. I'm fairly certain that stealth went out the window. But yeah, you can see at the center of this 10-foot magical light, there's a unicorn up there.
What's the history behind this thing?
Are you asking one of your guides?
Yeah, I'll ask who. Yeah, I'll ask that in general. What is this?
You hear the hidden lord will respond back. It is a trap for the demons. They are drawn to the purity of the unicorn, and the radiant light also destroys them.
Huh.
Reroll for me, possibly tell me more than what you just told us.
He kind of told you most of what he knows about it. I mean, are you looking for something more specific?
I mean, I just didn't know if there could be more to it. That if I rolled really high, I don't know.
Unless you know what question you want to ask, I don't know what else to tell you about it.
No, I guess no.
So
But,
it's literally like a giant bug zapper.
and that's when you hear another voice says to you, "That is exactly what it is. It destroys the weakest of the demons."
Who the fuck was that?
You turn around and you see a Dio standing there. They are. I'm going to double check this, but they are. I believe they are Earth. Yeah. A Dio is essentially an Earth genie, and he's kind of just standing there. It
Michael
is-
just gives him. Michael gives him like an up nod and goes, "What's up, my brother from another mother?"
Place we have ever been to. We should have just stayed in the Feywild.
I would have recommended that.
Should have just stayed in Sigil.
Even
Not
that
Sigil.
would have been safer.
Sigil or Wildem would have been better.
Nah. What's glory without risk?
Hi. You are.
Ah, I am Razala, and I am charged with protecting the Zapper.
No intention of hurting it.
I am glad to hear that.
Is the unicorn at least kept, like comfortable and everything?
I'm honestly not very sure. I've never talked to it. The unicorn seems to be in some kind of stasis field. There, it's kind of hard to tell from how far away you are if it's comfortable or not.
Can
I actually never. Sorry, go ahead.
No. You were probably gonna say.
I was just gonna say it's like I've actually never seen it before, and I never thought I would see one in hell.
It is, I guess, one of the more unusual things.
Unusual?
Well, I am an earth elemental that is bound in hell, guarding the demon zapper that holds a unicorn. So, I suppose
I know some emotional Lulu.
perspective. Yes, that is also unusual. Today has been a very interesting day.
Yeah. You're looking at, essentially 3 humans walking through an entire section of hell that haven't died yet, and somehow have managed to get a siege weapon.
That is less unusual than you might think.
I did
So-
get a face full of hell dirt, by the way, which actually
That's
burned
more
when I woke
common.
up. That was great.
I guess that is a bit more common.
Shall we at least ask the unicorn if it's comfortable? I mean, if you're
I don't
If you're
think
gonna
he
be-
can speak in there.
It's kind of in a stasis field, he said. Yeah.
I don't imagine that it is the best place to be for it, but at the same time, I have my charge, so I haven't really concerned myself with going and talking to the unicorn. Even if it can talk, I imagine it's just going to be constantly screaming like most other things around here. It's very rare to get a good conversation. Any demons that get drawn in there, most of them just get vaporized, and demons aren't good conversationalists anyway.
well, we can walk with you.
I am. This is my place. I don't leave. I can't leave.
Who bound you to here?
I made a pact with Zariel, much to my, poor choices and all, I suppose. I am stuck here as long as she demands it.
So, forever.
Apparently.
Do you know where to get to Bell's Forge from here?
I know someone who might be able to help you find it.
Would they be willing, I think is more the better question.
Well, everyone here is willing to make some sort of a deal.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. That's how we all wound up in our stations, I guess. But I can give you a letter of introduction, and we can do. We'll do our best to get you to Bell's Forge. We need to go and speak. Well, you need to go and speak with Red Ruth, who can help to find where Bell's Forge is going to be. And
That's
then
always great.
I will. I'll give you a letter of introduction. That way, Bell doesn't simply clap you all in chains and put you to work.
Thanks.
What position does Bell do they hold in regards to the grander scheme of things around?
Within Avernus, he is considered Zariel's second. Of course, they talk as little as possible, so that is more on the hierarchy of things.
Oh, so he's a prick.
Most of the archdevils are.
Michael, you realize we're in hell, right? This is probably the nicest person we've met in the 3 days.
And if you were going to try and free the unicorn, I'd have to crush your heads.
No, I'm not saying that you are or that you're a prick. I'm saying that this guy that we're going to see is a prick.
He's a pit fiend who once ruled over all of this.
Oh, so he's a massive prick.
Well, I mean, what part of Archdevil did you think meant that he was a kind individual? As most are probably the closest thing you're going to find to kind.
I mean, just because one is evil doesn't necessarily mean that one isn't nice. Psychopaths come to mind.
Michael, have you met my brother?
Yes. He's not. I think he's more of a sociopath, not a psychopath.
Yeah, I didn't pay that much attention to that part of my story. I just
You're
know that
an
he's kind of
odd
a dick.
bunch, but if you can help out Bell, maybe you can find a way to dispose Zariel, and I can be free to return back to my home. But please,
Well,
if you
I mean,
want to
if we
continue your bickering, go right ahead. I have
So if
suturing
we
to wait.
manage, in fairness, if we manage to help and assist freeing you, would you owe us a favor? Not that I would abuse that or anything. I'm just curious.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I help in that?
I'm going to say no. This needs to be the person who spoke.
Yeah, I'm not a bard.
Okay. She just kind of looks at you and says, I believe we're already helping each other out with this situation. You seem to want to find Bell, and I can help you find him.
Fair enough.
And she'll nod at that.
What happens to the unicorn when you go, though?
Well, I really guess I won't have too much of a say in the matter. It'll stay there, and I guess they'll put someone else to guard this unless it's destroyed first, in which case the unicorn is freed.
Well, I mean, win-win there.
You know, bring bad luck if slain, correct?
I am stuck in hell guarding this thing, so I don't think my luck can get much worse.
Points.
I got to agree with him on that.
But Rosala will tell you you need to go and seek out Red Ruth, who is in a corrupted forest that's not too far away.
How is it corrupted?
Well, it was a grove that was in the Feywild until Red Ruth kind of pulled it here. She's a hag.
Oh, great.
And-
More hags. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. But if you are able to do things right, perhaps we can all be free.
Unicorn included?
The unicorn is not my top concern. If you want to
Again,
come
fair
back
point.
later and free the unicorn, that is fine. But until I am released from this pact, I have to protect this thing.
Okay, cool.
And once she's relatively certain that you're not going to attack her, because she doesn't really know. She knows what you want to do, but she doesn't know if you're actually going to fight her over it. She will give you a letter that you can give to Bell once you reach him. And you head off in the directions that she says will bring you to the bone brambles, which is where Red Ruth resides.
Before we go, can Michael give her a hug?
Let me
Why
see how big she's larger than you, and she's more or less like floating on a column of dust, like a genie, but instead of magic, lower is more of a dust tornado. And she doesn't really seem like. Let's call it an insight check.
Why are you hugging everything in hell?
You're pretty sure that dios are not considered to be the nicest of creatures. So you're starting to walk up and like, this thing's made out of rocks and it's been stuck in hell for who knows how long. Maybe that's not a good idea. Now you want to continue having that knowledge.
No, we're not going to continue with that knowledge, but I will just
Okay.
wave friendly and just...
Thank you.
Okay, so you then head off. Red Ruth can tell you how to break the pact between Rosala and Zariel, and this will, get you this will get you one step closer to speaking to Bell. So you head off in that direction. The map speaks this as you get near the bone brambles. Your future is written in your blood. She opens your vein to paint the story hidden in your heart. A maze of warped trees and bone-like vines stretches before you. Calcified corpses merge with the trees, covered in fungal pods that feed on blood oozing through the undergrowth. Here and there, narrow paths weed deeper into the wood.
Sounds like a great place for a vacation.
Yep. And this is going to be one of those times when you'll need to park the ride. And I didn't prep the map for this one, but it's basically, it's going to be a bit of a maze. So, how many hours until you were able to fly again?
Was 7.
Yeah, we're going to say it's going to, your wings aren't good for this.
That's fine.
I'll let one of you, with advantage from the with help from the others, one of you can make a survival check to try to find your way through the woods.
Not me.
I've got +4 to my survival. What do you got?
Junja just gave you a natural 20.
Well, let's take the natural 20.
Yeah, let's take the natural.
All right. Again, she did could have jumped the gun on that, but again, I'm going to say this is, everybody kind of working together to help. Let's just see what you find along your way. Okay, I'm going to go with a better one. So, because you're doing good enough not to necessarily get into a trap, but you do see, come across some spirits of cursed dryads that have been trapped here. And they turn and start to wail at you. Roll initiative. Ooh, then.
I was furious typing of what just happened there.
Yeah. Okay, Janja, I'll kind of do some rolls on your behalf while you're gone. And thank you. You have probably saved their life a good bit. Okay. No
We
promises.
make no promises.
We'll do our best, but no promises. So
I mean, look
Okay.
what I did to myself. So
yeah, let me go ahead and just kind of pop her character sheet open and another one because I normally don't try this, but she was actually very instrumental in some of this. I don't know where she put her character sheet.
I just
I found it.
noticed this. Crypt of the Hell Riders. Isn't that the people that originally came in with Zariel?
Yep.
Interesting.
That might be something later on.
This adventure for a minute.
Okay. Let me just do a real quick initiative for him. Okay, so Janja, Trevor, 2 dryads, and then Michael with his spectacular 1. Okay, so I'm gonna make this.
I don't want to do, but you gotta play it first.
Okay, real quick, what do you want to do?
Well, where's the druids?
They're kind of in front of you. I don't have a battle map for this.
Okay. Are they trapped? Or is it? We're trying to save them or kill them?
Well, you're pretty sure that they've been corrupted by being in hell, so they're coming at you.
Okay.
Come
Yeah.
at me.
What were my options again? Some of them.
You can attack. You can try to talk to them. They don't look friendly, so I'm going to recommend attack.
Okay. Yeah, I will use my javelin and throw it towards just at their chest.
Okay. You miss badly, like with a natural 1.
Oh. Well, it's good to try.
Well, it lands in a place where your target can pick it up, but it's a javelin of returning, so you still call it back.
Yeah.
So good for you on that. So you'll take your second attack.
But I can also let them have it and pick it up, so whenever I try and return it, they'll be dragged towards me. I mean, I could do that.
It just sort of disappears from their hand and appears in yours.
Oh.
But your second attack did hit, so let me roll damage for you right quick. No, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's the one I want. Okay, you hit pretty hard. Deals 16 points of damage to 1. All right, let me...
Great.
Okay, and then Trevor, is your turn.
Okay. Are they within range yet, or are they still?
Yeah,
back?
we're going to say they're in range since I don't have maps up.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action light up my sword,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take 2 swings
Oh,
using my shield.
okay.
So my AC is 20.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yep, you hit both times. So give me damage.
Oh, okay. So 11 and 15?
Oh,
16.
Okay, so 27 grand total.
And then we haven't technically slept, so I don't have my surge back, right?
No.
Alright, just making sure.
Okay, but you did a massive amount of damage to one of these things. And now it is their turn. And what did I do with all my dice? Okay. They only seem to get 1. Okay. And you said your AC was what, 20?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one did not hit. The second one did not hit. And I'm going to say that the second one lets out a mournful wail. Everybody needs to make a Constitution save. And I will make...
Constitution save.
Yes.
Woohoo! +7. Yay!
What did I make?
You made a 15. That's not bad. Especially
it's
for,
not.
yours. And Michael made a 6. Wow.
Just wait until I get my paladin auras, guys.
Everybody who made less than a 13 drops to 0 health HP.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
Really am at my own.
Michael just dropped. The other two take 10 psychic damage.
I'm so glad I healed myself back up to health full.
Yeah. Okay, Michael. It only says you dropped to 0. It doesn't actually say if you're stabilized or not. So
Yeah, death save.
yeah, go ahead and make your death save.
Like
Okay.
a power word spell or something?
This is just like a banshee's ability. They can do that once a day.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I think that works like a power word, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, you make your first death save, Michael, and you hear. Actually, Michael, you're suddenly in a very bland-looking room. It's like an off-white. The lights above you almost seem to have like a buzzing sound, and you're sitting in a chair. It's made out of material you've never really seen before. It's almost flexible, not really comfortable. In front of you is there's a table that's made out of cheap wood, and there is a devil sitting in front of you. Oh, I'm already wearing glasses. Wearing, you know what? No, it's wearing glasses on the front of his nose, looking over some paper. Michael Blademore? That's
Broadmoor.
Oh, that's much less impressive. Yes,
Ah.
here it is. You've had a rather interesting life. I guess it's rather obvious that you've died within our domain. I will say that your method of death doesn't give us any immediate claim to your soul. So, we don't have any actual leverage on you, but should you wish it, in exchange for your soul, the next time you die, we can return you back to full health and you can be helping out your friends.
No, because I kind of have this tendency of not dying even though I'm supposed to be dead, and this is probably not going to be the last time that you and I speak.
Well, that's sort of the luck of the draw as to who you're speaking to, but if that is your choice, I will return you back to the void. If you do change your mind, just the line will, I guess, be open for a little while. So, if you would like, we have some water over there. You can have a drink while you wait. Go back to the fight.
I'm fine.
This is like that thing off of Beetlejuice where he's sitting in the waiting room.
Yeah, effectively.
Number 4 billion, blah, blah, blah. They're now serving 5.
Trevor, it is your turn.
Both of them just went down?
Well, Michael's the only one who went down.
Oh, Michael's the only one that went down?
Yeah. I just remembered, Lulu still has one more round of Trumpet of Sparkles, and her friend just fell. She's going for it. They need to make their dex saves. One did make it, one did not. Oh, wait a minute. No, they have disadvantage because they are evil. So give me a sec to see. Yeah. Okay, so Lulu burst ahead of you all, letting out, "Don't hurt my friends!" Sparkles everywhere. One of them is instantly destroyed in the radiant fire, and the other one took 22 points of damage. You guys are, wow, she's a lot more powerful. And you hear the dude like, good show. Now it's your turn, Trevor. There's one left.
I will take 2 swings.
Okay, take your 2 swings. That hit. And that hit. Wow, 30.
So 16.
Oh, I forgot. Is that counting as that's counting as if it were? Oh yeah, 16 plus your radiant. Okay, and yeah,
So
you
32
destroy.
regular. Yeah.
Yeah, you had enough to destroy the second one. So you cut it down, and it too seems to burn away. In radiant fire, and that ends this particular fight.
I dump a potion down Michael's throat.
Okay, you still have like what 5 points, or did you use all of your lay on hands?
I used all my that.
Okay.
Do you use one of my greater healing? Yeah, use one of my greater healing. Yay, I come back, like, choking and stuff.
Oops.
All right.
God damn it.
/1 / roll 1d4 plus.
I know what it is. There you go. Take your 4 hit points.
And let me see what the dude has to offer at this level. He's already used his 6th level. But he is here mostly to heal you. Okay, so... Ooh, that's a lot of D4. Hold on a second. I'm going to just use a dice roller for this one. So, let's call that...
No. Michael will just chug down a couple more.
Okay, if you're sure, because
healing
this
potions.
is literally why he's here, to help.
No, it's
Okay.
it's to let him still have that spell for when we need it.
Okay. All right, so he's getting ready to offer, but you're just pulling out another potion.
Yep.
Okay. The roll from earlier was still good, so we're going to say that you're still on your right path. I'm just, want to roll to see what else you find on your way to Red Ruth. You find 3 corpses of drow that are in the path.
3 what?
Oh, no, it's just... Sorry, it's not 3. It's the corpse of a drow.
Oh.
She's laying in the path. The vines seem to actually have impaled into her and, are draining the blood out of her dead body. And there is a pouch strapped to her back.
Michael will try to cut her free from the
She's
vines.
dead. There's nothing to revive. This has been a few days.
He's gonna try and take the pouch then.
Okay. You can get the pouch out.
All right, I open it and see what's inside.
Okay, let me find out right quick.
This is where we find out it's a mimic.
No, this is where you find out it was a bag of devouring. Make a strength save.
Jesus Christ!
We're in hell. What did you expect? A bag of candy?
Michael is pulled into the bag.
Holy shit.
I will let you guys use your reaction to try to save him from this. So, Michael, make a strength save at advantage.
Can I make it?
Athletics check. You can make an athletics check. I want you to have every bonus of this. Okay.
Can I try to use Thunder Wave from inside of this thing to make it just spit me out?
I'm gonna say yes, you can.
Well, does it work like a bag of... and you just flip it upside down and it falls out?
Well, it will try to consume any living, anything that's not, Okay, I'm going to say it doesn't destroy the bag, but you are able to push yourself back out because, in this space, Thunderwave would have worked in reverse. Combined with everything else, you managed to pop out. And
Michael, did we learn anything today?
We're not... Well, there's a reason why I'm dating Rihanna, and she seems to have rubbed off on me.
Have I said how much I love Michael as a character? He does all the stupidest stuff. You have a bag of devouring now.
Take the bag on the end of a stick and just chuck it into the wood.
Well, if you don't like just normally it doesn't happen. It's just when you reach into the bag. But okay, you throw the bag further into the woods. So you no
Stop
longer
touching things.
you don't have a bag of devouring after all.
That we could have used that on Hishiman. Like the next time that he comes.
It just ate you.
What hasn't tried to
It
eat
does
me while we've been here?
destroy organic material by eating it.
Nope, it's already done. Nope,
Okay.
I don't care.
So
Unless you want to go get it.
Michael just looks at the bone brambles.
Corv is like, fine,
Yeah.
and he flies out and he grabs it.
Why?
Thank you.
Hey, he's the one who can call me back. I don't trust the rest of you to actually do that. But
Why am I the parent? I am the least.
Michael, you have a bag of devouring. Add that to your list. Corvus will gladly hang on to it, but for all practical purposes, it's yours. Unless you just want to give it to him, he'll keep it. But so you continue to make your way forward. This is just so much fun for me. You continue to make your way forward, and eventually you get to the center of the maze and see a cave-like hovel lies at the center of the maze. Hundreds of bones and body parts are hanging by the twine from the entrance, and the ceiling is strung with a garland made of. I don't know if you guys want me to finish that description.
No, go for it. It's Halloween, dude. Go.
Bloody entrails. The air buzzes with flies. Inside is a night hag who's just going about her business, making various, seems to be chanting nursery rhymes, has small skulls hanging around her neck, and she's speaking in different languages as she goes through these little nursery rhymes.
And have any of them an infernal?
Well, she kind
Or
of
Elven.
is switching between multiple languages. It's, like what insane people who speak multiple languages might do. She's but she's just going about her business. She seems to be working on several potions.
Michael just starts walking up to her with open arms. Scarlet, darling, how have you been?
I facepalm.
And she turns to you and like, I forgot my horns for night hags. Hers are different than Mad Maggie's. Hey, huh? Are you here for the potions?
Yes, but we're also here because we need to know about the Ford.
Why are you talking that way?
The Ford? What Ford?
We were told you could help us find Belle.
You mean helping out Rosala? Yeah. She can help you, but not while she's bound to Zariel. We'll have to figure a way out from that. But I might just know a way to do just that. She'll need to drink the blood of a titan to free herself, and that's going to be a problem, you see. Old Dark, he might have been willing to help out, but he's not what he used to be. She'll show you on the map where the being known as Uldark resides. It's called Uldark's Grave, and it's marked down here on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, it's kind of hard for you to be there. So if you can find a way to help him, maybe you can get some blood out of him. Now, do you want to buy a potion?
Well, we were here to pick up the potions.
Well, you didn't pay for them. And I think I've already done you a favor, so the least you can do is do me a favor.
Darling, we were here to pick up from somebody for somebody else, remember?
Make a deception at disadvantage.
Oh, dear God.
I'm going to start talking to you, she says, pointing at Trevor, because you don't seem to be as broken.
You have no idea who
I said as broken. I can tell there's something wrong with all of you. But I feel
Fair.
like I have done something to help you, so it's only fair that you repay that favor.
What kind of potions you selling?
Oh, that would be for your benefit. See, it's been a couple of years since I last took a bath. I want you to set me up with a spa day at the Wandering Emporium.
Sure.
Next time we're there.
Oh,
Sure.
I can help you find it. And she cuts open her own wrist and lets some blood drop into a pan, and she's like, she can tell you exactly where the Wandering Emporium will be.
Okay.
All right.
That's one way to get ink.
Would you like me to tell your future? She says, holding the bloody knife.
You know what? Sure. The
Okay.
officer's wrist.
All right. So she's gonna pop open a vein. You take 4 points of damage, and everybody wants their future. Okay, hold on. One at a time.
I'm genuinely curious too.
There's not even a stat for this. I'm making this stuff up as I go. She's looking at yours, Michael, and says, oh, so much blood. You
think that's
are
the
going
past.
to be the downfall of everyone. It's really quite impressive.
Any particular names come out?
Oh, you could be the destroyer of worlds. Or you might save them. There's always a little iffy on which one of those.
So you wanna be around me just to see which one comes?
I not really here so much because I enjoy the area like some do. I'm kind of here. I don't get to travel quite as much as I might like. But now on to Janja. She pops open a vein, and I'll just you're also missing a. Yeah, Janja's not feeling too good. Janja's like, oh, yeah, your future belongs to Omendron. Interns with Acquisitions Inc. You might consider a career change sometime in the near future if you, well, let's not say the near future, because the near future, you're still here. The further away future, if you have a future, you might want to not work for them much longer. And then she turns to you, Trevor, and how about yourself, young man?
Why not? Can't go any further than I've already gone.
Oh, no, you also take 4 points as she cuts open her wrist. It's like, not as entertaining. There's a fair amount of blood being shed. But it looks like your future. Do you have much family?
One.
Maybe not for much longer.
Wait, what do you mean?
I see someone who covered in blood standing above another. As for which one of you is which, well, it's not exactly written in stone, so you tend to swap places.
Is it him and the brother, or is it the brother, or is it the brother and someone else?
I'm saying that one of you is going to die. It's just a question of which one. But okay, now go get me my spa day. I want the full treatment.
Does that mean the full treatment, or
I want
just
a whole day. I want to be pampered. I want to look like I'm 300 again.
actually 300 on you would look quite nice? I think. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So rather than, because we've only got about an hour or so left, I'll say that if you guys are willing to part with 3 soul coins, you can arrange for Red Ruth to have her amazing spa day that she desires.
Wow.
Crap, we need to find some way to make some soul coins real fast, because I don't want to spend Jesse's soul coins without him being here to.
I'll say you can try to negotiate that down. Give me a persuasion. Okay.
One cannot fathom how much of a keeping on point that role is from the history that Michael was just giving.
Oh, I'm trying to tell Katie something.
Oh, hi, Flynn. I didn't know you were sitting there.
Okay, because of that, he'll let you book the spa day for 1 gold. 1 soul coin. And if you ever want to do any work for him in the future, he's always looking for some good salesmen.
All right, cool. So we'll pay that, and I'll be flattered.
Okay. So you arrange that with Red Ruth, who that was the payment. So I'm glad you guys didn't fight me over it when I got things in the wrong order. And so you then head off for Uldark's grave. And we're going to say that you have the choice. If you keep pushing on, then you're going to need to make con saves for exhaustion, or you can find a place where you think you can sleep for the night.
I feel like we should sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's sleep for the night.
All right. Where do you want to pull off to rest?
Maybe like right where we already left by the bone brambles. Does that seem moderately safe?
Yeah, as much as any place around here feels safe.
Can I try and look for a safe place?
If you think you can find one. There are caves occasionally. You've got your pocket dimension if you just want to, hop in there and then hope nobody takes your ride. But if you want to do a survival check to try to find some place that you can hide the ride. Okay. I'll say that you find a place that you think is secure and you don't think anybody's going to spot you. And do you want to set up a watch?
I think we definitely should set up the watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to take first watch?
I'll go.
All right, give me
Michael needs more sleep than me.
give me a perception.
Okay. During this, I'm gonna pull out Tiberius and give him some love.
Okay.
Perception, you said?
Yes. Okay. Time, like I said, is always the amount of sunlight, for lack of a better word, is always the same here. It never changes. It's always looks like it's perpetually sundown. You see the battles raging in the distance. You actually recognize the formations of the devils are almost identical to the same Legion formations that you were used to as a soldier. So you have that sense of familiarity with them. You can see wyverns flying around with chain devils guiding them. And Tiberius just like staring up at the sun or at the sky. Bad sky. Don't like it.
Wait, what?
Bad sky. And then he curls up and goes to sleep. But
I pet him.
during your part of the watch, there are some things that pass by the cave, but let's just double check. Yeah, nothing actually bothers to check. There's a few skirmishes within a mile or so of you, but nothing comes near you.
Go.
Michael, you're going to take second watch?
I'm gonna cast dancing lights as well.
Oh, sure. Make yourself more visible.
Oh, along points. Going to, because I can sort of make them look like stuff. I'm going to.
Yeah, but still, they can only go so far from you, so that's just lighting up your area.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Fine. I'm going to dispel them and then just.
All right, give me a
Sit there.
perception. Okay.
Yay!
You see, the same things I was describing for Trevor. Like I said, you might see a few more wyverns fly around, but they're more focused on taking out flying demons. Nothing gets within a mile of you, but you can just see, you can hear the battles waging in the distance. But nothing comes near you, and you guys are able to get a full rest.
I will speak with the. I'll speak with the hidden lord as well while I'm on watch.
Okay.
Just pretty much giving him some conversation.
He will try to hold a civil conversation with you, but at the same time, you're somewhat beneath him, except that he's trapped inside a shield. Like, I was a god among mortals, and you want to have chit chat.
You're stuck in a shield. You've probably been not with that. You've probably been without any sort of decent conversation for a while. I mean, the last person that held you was an otter. Come on.
Nice night we're having.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what? Where's the best place to get a drink around here besides the mobile?
From your perspective, there is absolutely nothing here that will taste good.
But from your perspective, if one wanted to shoot the shit and get into the politics of
if we start talking politics around here, you're probably talking to someone who's ready to sell you out to the person you're against. Although I have heard Asmodeus does have ambrosia shipped in.
Wouldn't that taste absolutely horrendous here, though?
I wouldn't know. I was doing very well with my job on the material plane before present circumstances.
Before you got caught. It's not a shameful thing to say.
You know, you could be trying harder to get me out of here. I am much more used to you in the flesh.
Uh-huh. And what would be the first thing that you would do to me because I am an annoying little shit?
I do not have need of destroying you. If you get me out of this, I would be favorable to you.
I'll contemplate it.
Okay.
All right.
And he gets quiet after that.
I feel so out of character. I feel so horrible now.
That's what makes you feel horrible?
Well, the demon, even though it's like the absolute worst thing on the planet, it's just wanting to get free. Yes, it will cause more chaos and death, but like Michael's just kind of pretty much like, yeah, I'll contemplate that. And it's just like that's a really.
I'll tell you what, if you want to actually know methods, because he thought coming back to hell would give him the strength to get free. If you want to try to figure out ways to do it, you can make an Arcana check.
I know nothing.
You could try hitting it with a hammer until it breaks.
Nah.
Do I just wake up to clang, clang?
No, you just wake up to Michael just like looking at the shield, looking over the side, looking at one of the tires, looking at the shield, looking at one of the tires, and then just like, nah.
All right, do you guys want to move
doing?
on with the
Yes.
quest, or do you want to pick this up in a few weeks? I say a few because next time it's going to be our Halloween adventure, taking place in the Far Realms.
I'm okay with moving on for a bit. We still got, what, an hour?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, then. So you are moving in the direction of Uldrek's grave. Words. I'm good with them. Lulu is just like, we're on our way to get the sword. Gonna help Zariel. Traveling with all my new friends. Her tune is just not great, but she's very,
I don't care.
She's
I love
happy. She's, kind of bobbing. And
Michael's
Lulu,
going
I
to.
wish I could keep you.
Michael's going to relinquish the helm of the vehicle over to Trevor, and he's going to give Lulu singing lessons because it's just like my soul.
This is basically the equivalent of trying to teach a hyperactive child who's just singing about how happy she is.
Michael, my survival is 0.
Okay, great, fine. After about 20 minutes of trying to teach the child, Michael will return to drive. And he's just like...
You're getting closer to Uldrek's grave, and the map says a fallen titan or a wimp with delusions of grandeur. I'll leave that for you to decide.
Oh, look, it's just described Victor's entire willpower.
You pull up and you see the cracked helm and sword of a titan that lies beneath buried ash of Avernus. A spherical stone set into the sword's pommel gleams with scarlet radiance.
Whoa.
Yo, Hidden Lord, what the heck happened here?
A titan came down to challenge Tiamat. It didn't end well for him, as I understand.
Really not.
Wow. Yeah, that, Yeah.
Oh, let's get out and go look, I suppose.
Okay. So you start walking around, looking in. I mean, it doesn't take you long to find the entrance, more or less, of the where the how the giant helmet is laying, and you eventually find uh, a spine devil who's sort of living in there for more or less. He's been, there's like all these weird diagrams and things that he's got written, scratched into the ground. And he sort of turns and looks at you. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Michael, and I'm here for Uldric.
His eyes start to get wide. Uldric? I knew Uldric. He starts speaking in a different language.
Is it Infernal or Elven?
No, it is not.
Michael just kind of waves his hands. Dude.
What?
Common, Infernal, or Elven? Please.
Yes, I speak all of those.
Could you keep speaking in either one of those three?
He kind of just sits there for almost a minute without moving.
All right.
What do you want?
We want to talk with Uldric.
Uldric. I was Uldric. Was I Uldric? Of course I was. How would you know? Because I am you. Who asked you anyway? He asked me. Well, I'm telling you to shut up.
Michael, we're just looking for the blood of a Titan, right?
I was a Titan once. I
I'm sure
came
you
down
were.
to slay the Dragon Queen.
I'm gonna insight this guy to see if he's actually telling the truth.
Okay. All right. He speaks with great conviction, but you're pretty sure that whatever happened to him and the fact that he's been apparently alone for a long time seems to have broken whatever was his mind. But yeah, you're pretty sure this is Uldric.
Uldric?
I will tell you the tale.
No, we want to know how to fix you.
Ah, good, because I want to fix me too.
Do you know how to fix you?
Of course, we learned it long ago. Did we learn? I figured it out. You copied off of me. Oh, shut up. It doesn't matter as long as we have the answer.
And the answer is?
That it actually does have something about what he needs. Sorry. I didn't think you guys were going to get this far this fast. I didn't read all of it ahead. Let's see.
It's like, Michael, sometimes he overcomplicates the plot. Sometimes he just cuts right to the point.
You guys are actually... I mean, the fight with Haruman was actually very tough. And he hit a lot harder than I imagined. Let's see. Well, you're going to want his blood when he's in his Titan form. He does have a way, and I swear it had a thing about how to fix this. Here we go. To regain his true form, Uldric must spill some of Tiamat's blood on the ground of Avernus. Now, fighting Tiamat in his present form would be completely insane, but Uldric has learned that there's a dragonborn named Archon the Cruel who carries some of Tiamat's vial in a reliquary around his neck. Now, Uldrak will then tell you that the gleaming gem in the pommel of his old sword is actually an orb of dragonkind, and that you might be able to use that to trade to Archon for that vial of blood, which will then turn him back into his true Titan form.
So if we do that for you, you'll do a favor for us.
What is the favor?
We need some of your blood once you're back into your Titan form.
Blood for blood. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, we're gonna go grab that orb of dragonkind.
okay.
How far is this sword off the ground?
It doesn't really give dimensions. So, we're going to say that it's something that. Let's go with an athletics check. And I will let you do this at advantage because you got people helping you. Okay. You're able to move the sword into position and climb up on top of it, and you can remove the orb. And all the time, the Spine Devil is, when he's not switching language, he's like, yes, you give him the sword, he gives you the blood, you give me the blood, I spill the blood, then I give you the blood. All are happy.
Is it on a specific spot of where you have to spill the blood in Avernus?
No, it just says that he needs to spill the blood.
Okay.
Now, of course, if you want to try and double check his work, because he's got, random formula, but as you take a look at him, you see the formula tends to vary with his sanity. But he's convinced it'll work.
What is it to check that?
I'm going to go with Arcana, but at disadvantage because he's writing in different languages.
It's probably you, Kyle. I have a +1.
I can persuade even an Eskimo to buy snow.
But can you do an Arcana check to see if it's a good deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't make sense of his scribblings. Even if they were in languages you could speak, this would take someone who actually knows, this much about curses. But hey,
Yeah,
Just curious what my role would have been. Yeah, not any better.
Yeah, Michael's just gonna look at it and go, "Meh, sounds good enough to me."
Yeah. So it's going to take you quite a while to get to Tiamat's area because it actually is like the border of Avernus. But hey, you also know a landmark that will get you to Dis later on, because that's, in fact, Michael, give me a history check.
Nope.
You remember hearing something really important about the area of Dis. I mean, there was the deal you just made with that one devil, but
There was also another deal that I made. No, there was also another deal that I made.
Just wanted to
Maybe you
check, see
should
if you
stop
remember.
making deals.
This would be pretty close to the area for Rule of Three's other thing.
Can we make a stop real fast to plant something? Because I think it's actually to plant, right? One of the trees.
It was. One there and one along the river Styx, closer to the other end of Avernus.
Can we just plant a tree real fast?
I'm not stopping you from planting a tree.
Thank you. So Michael goes to plant the tree.
Okay. and that's not really a challenging thing to do. So you are able to plant it, and then you head on towards Archon's tower. The map says he wears the hand of evil, yet his goal remains just beyond his fingertips. A dark tower looms on the horizon. Its black spire rises hundreds of feet, its ramparts bristling with charred skulls mounted on iron spikes. The tower's apex splits into 5 narrow spires that jab at the sky like clawed fingers. Circling above the tower's peak is a great white dragon stained with ashen soot. As you get closer to the tower, you notice figures shuffling atop its ramparts, undead guards in various states of decay. This is the Tower of Archon.
Mike will drive the siege thing as close as we can get, and then he'll stand at the top and hail out to the guards on the. We wish to speak with Archon.
Okay. The undead figures above don't really pay too much attention to you, but after a moment or two, you will see that there is someone who will come out to speak with you, but is not a dragonborn. It is a turtle, and I'm going to try and send you guys the picture in chat. Let me see. This is the coolest looking turtle ever.
Terrifying.
Yes.
He's the pyramid head of turtles.
He is a death cleric.
A what?
A death cleric.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. He comes out and says, "What business do you have with Archon?"
We wish to discuss a bartering with him.
Do you want to be more specific about that? Or should I just have Obalta eat you now?
We wish to trade an item with him for an item around his neck.
He looks over to you, Trevor. Can you actually speak in something other than pointless, obscure riddles?
We've been told he knows how to get blood of the Dragon Queen. We wish to make a trade for that.
Do you actually have anything worth such a valuable commodity?
We have the Sphere of Dragonkind from Uldric's sword.
We heard that might be of interest to him.
Well then, you should have started off with that. Archon is busy at the moment, but we shall go to where he is. Follow me. He'll gather up, some forces. He's not going to go alone, but
Jaja, watch the car.
okay, like, yeah, sure. I totally won't leave you here.
Leaves the talking shield with him. You two just have fun.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's a horrible idea.
Corvus,
Hmm?
just realize something. He's trying to make as much a deal as you are normally. Only look at where his deals have gotten him.
What's your point?
You're much better than he is.
He's a pit fiend, and if he ever gets out, he would snap my neck just for you saying that. And besides, he was like a god on a mortal world for a while. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but then you're traveling with me.
He kind of looks over at the shield and starts to snicker, like, I know.
Michael, that's not a compliment.
The turtle looks at you. Are you coming or are you staying?
I'm coming.
Scruff. I grab Michael's.
Okay,
Going.
so you drag him along, and he will help you to the monument to Tiamat,
Oh boy.
where you see. First, the map will tell you, draconic devils roost in a giant skull through which the dragon queen speaks with 5 tongues. A colossal dragon skull leans against the mountainside, surrounded by bones the size of houses. Acrid smoke rises from the skull's maw. Military tent has been pitched among the bones, and part next to is a 2-wheeled infernal war machine. Gathered around the tent are dozens of chattering reptilian humanoids with gleaming swords, white scales, and white leathery wings. These are Abashi, and they are servants of Tiamat. And as long as you're with Kroll, they, let you pass. And you also see outside the tent is a large minotaur with a couple of swords. One of them, at least one of them, is on fire. And Kroll will talk to him for a moment. Excuse me. Yeah. And they will finally, after a little bit of conversating, will summon Archon. And he is a hulking dragonborn of red, except for his left hand is clearly not his own. His arm at about the elbow starts to shift to green veins until it connects to the withered undead hand. And he comes out to speak with you. Like, I am told you have the orb of dragonkind.
Yes.
And you will just give it to me.
No. We are told that you have the blood of Tiamat around your neck.
We're looking to make a trade.
His withered left hand starts to twitch as he balls it into a fist. Like, you know how when someone's got a sore hand, they're trying to work out cramps?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's doing something like that. Perhaps one more thing would be needed for this trade. And he looks over to Lulu. Give me that.
That's not part of the arrangement.
Make a persuasion check.
Andy, I'm completely missed what you said. My internet hiccups.
I asked for a persuasion check. Which,
Before that.
he asked for Lulu.
Fuck no.
No, Michael just said that is not part of this arrangement.
Oh. He's considering it.
I make it clear by putting myself between him and Lulu. Not that I'm very intimidating to him, I'm sure, but not touching my.
He is sort of looking around at his all his followers compared to the two of you, and he says, "Show me the orb."
Michael pulls it out and looks him straight in the eye and goes, I've already destroyed one temple of Bahamut. Do you think I really care about this war between you and her? Or between her and Bahamut?
It sounds to me like you are a brother in arms.
No.
And he
No.
takes the reliquary from his neck and he agrees to the trade.
Hands over the orb and takes the reliquary and then turns around.
Okay. You managed to do that with absolutely no fighting at all. Congratulations.
Yeah, I just read up on the orb of Dragonkind too. That's a great item to give him.
Well, you did get something immensely powerful from him in return.
We did. Mm-hmm.
So you bring back the blood to Oldrak, and I'm going to guess that you just hand it over to him.
Yep.
Okay.
And jump out of the skull.
That's a good thing to do because he just pops it open and starts splashing it everywhere. Like somebody might do with champagne on the New Year's Eve. He's just splattering it everywhere, cackling madly.
Please tell me some hits the ground.
Yes, it hits the ground. And as it does, it starts to hiss and smoke. And moments later, he sheds his fiendish skin and grows back into the form of an Empyrean. These are huge celestial titans. And he starts...
Is he still insane?
Well, he hasn't spoken yet, but he does let out a great laugh as he's taking his sword from the ground. And he says, a deal is a deal. And he stabs himself in the arm. And
we take a blood shower.
Basically,
Michael grabs like 4 vials.
You're going to need more than that. He's letting loose a gallon of blood.
A gallon?
Yes.
We've got to have a bunch of vials from the potions we've taken.
I'm going to say that for this, you guys are able to grab a bucket or something.
Oh.
Because he gives you a gallon of celestial blood.
Michael takes 3 flasks of it as well.
Okay, I was wondering if you remembered that. Seriously, this thing, I didn't plan on this being the method for you to get celestial blood. It was just there. And with that, he sheaves his sword, and he casts plane shift, and he's gone.
Try not to do anything silly, like dying again.
Well, technically he did live. He just got cursed by Tiamat.
They're well recursed.
But you are able to return to the demon zapper. It's, we're going to say that all of this from the time you woke up, it's been about half a day already.
Wow.
And you give some of the blood, obviously not all of the blood, but you give most of the blood over to Rosala, or do you want to keep some more in back? You've got your 3 flasks.
I want to keep...
I'm going to keep a couple more flasks just in case.
Right. I'm going to say vials because flask is like 8 ounces. A vial is about 1.
Yeah, let's do like what 5 vials.
Right.
Okay. I know I want a vial for myself. So.
Okay. So 6. All right. So make notes. I'll say you can take a total of 6 vials without it being, too much removed. And so put those on your character sheets however you need to. And you give the rest to the Dial Rosala, who drinks it down. And thank you. This was enough for me to break the pact. And she'll able to like waves her hand, and a tablet of stone comes out of the ground, and she says, "Present this when you get to Bel's Forge, and he will speak with you."
Great.
Michael takes it.
Okay. And with that, she is able to make her escape, because I'm just double checking, but yep, she can also cast Plane Shift to leave. And she is gone. The Demon Zapper is completely unguarded.
We could technically set the unicorn free if we really wanted to.
Shall we?
Lulu's like,
Think it's a good
yes,
idea?
we need to. It's for the good of all. Corvus is like, but if you do that, then there's just more demons left in the world. It's one unicorn versus a lot of demons.
Corvus, Corvus, are you telling me that you doubt the ability of your fellows to take out as many demons as possible, or devils as possible, or whatever the hell those things are as possible? Demons, as many demons as possible?
And he points to where you can see a pile of bodies that are both demon and devil. They come back.
Who come back?
The demons will just come back again. If devils die here, Zariel needs new souls to replace them.
Wait, I thought either one of you that dies within the hells.
Devil dies in the hells. It's permanently
Demons
dead.
come
But a
from the
demon must die in the
abyss,
abyss.
and you can only die in your home dimension. Demons are from the abyss. Okay, he pulls out a chalkboard and draws one figure with wings. This is a demon. Then he draws another with horns. This is a devil, and he draws one with a tail. This is a Yugoloth. The demons are from the abyss. Yugoloth are from the Gehenna. We are from hell. When you die in your dimension, you stay dead. This is frying lots of lower level demons. And as he says that, a rock actually flies into it, and you hear the sound of a giant mosquito in a bug zapper. You see? It's gone.
But it's not dead.
But it's not here. Would you take the chance of, let's say a bunch of those attacks the demons and the devils, and then while they're dealing with these small guys, the bigger guys just walk right on through, and then they get to the material plane, and then all of you die.
Wouldn't it be better for something that sort of just sent them straight into the river of Styx? That way their entire being was shredded?
Why do you think we have sprayers on some of these war machines?
Yeah, but I was thinking more like something that just completely shifted them into the river.
Well, if you can figure out how to build something like that, but they just get a Mariloth to, float them right down the river. But hey, if you can find a way to just dump everybody into the Styx, okay, cool. I'll get you another meeting with somebody, and we'll set that up. We'll even build a statue to you somewhere.
Jesus Christ, Michael's gonna get a statue. Oh, great.
All you have to do is figure out a way to ensure that every demon coming through the hells takes a dip into the abyss, into the Styx.
See, I actually have an idea on something that could do that.
Oh God, no!
He hands you the chalk so you can draw on the chalkboard.
Michael actually starts drawing up this sort of tower that works as he goes, the idea of it is sound. You hit them with essentially a stasis spell, and then a dimension door that shifts them straight into the River Styx.
But what if they are resistant to magic?
If they're resistant to it,
Or what if
Yeah,
they
it's
come
gonna-
in under the water?
come in under the water.
Yeah, sometimes they have ways to come in under the water.
Michael, I feel like this is a conversation for a different time.
I was actually going to ask, are you just sitting there listening to these two talk about this?
All right, give me a few more hours on it, and I'll come back to you on it. Okay?
Okay.
Let's not.
Because he's happy to sit here and explain to you why some of these things don't work. Because he's starting to tell you about this giant demon thing that is immune to the river Styx, and they just cram a bunch of demons inside of it and send it through, and then it spits them back out.
Let's just go.
Yes,
All right,
away
we-
from the demon zapper.
Yes. Let's
We might
go.
come back.
Yes,
Well,
we'll come back when I've come up with a better idea. Then the demon zapper.
But Lulu's like, but the unicorn.
Lulu, we will get the unicorn. I
But
promise.
it's unguarded now. If they find out it's guarded, they'll just put another guard here.
But if
Don't
we find
listen
out,
to the elephant. Leave
But if
the
we find-
unicorn.
why do I am literally having an angel and a devil on one shoulder and the other, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty much. They're each
Andy, what
floating-
what kind of a role would it be to see how good of an idea it would be to actually release the unicorn? Like, would it be more danger for the material plane to release the unicorn, basically?
I feel like that's an insight check.
Okay.
God.
Trevor, I'm just going to
Do
tell
I get the
you
16 because I really like Lulu?
what I'm going to say is because you think that Corvus is making a really good point, but at the same time, this is taking down, the lesser demons. It's the intelligent ones you have to actually worry about. And the intelligent ones are not so stupid as to walk in to, an obvious trap.
Okay.
And also, the war between the demons and the devils has been going on longer than history. So
destroying it wouldn't make any more of a difference of them already coming in onto the material plane,
yeah,
from what I could guess.
yeah, you're going to guess that this right here is not, the pivotal crux of the whole thing. This alone isn't preventing the problem. Now, maybe if they had a whole line of unicorns across the river Styx, but they don't have a dozen unicorns. They have one.
I vote we set it free.
Yay!
I vote we set it free after we've come up with an idea that they will use that's better.
Yay!
Corvus, don't yay that.
Hey, you'll never come up with a better idea, so that unicorn is there.
The only reason
I
why I
pop
haven't
out my
come up...
wings and fly up.
Michael just turns to Corvus. My idea actually still would take out the lesser ones, but you're now talking about the fact that you want something that takes out the magically resistant ones. Does
Trevor,
this take out the magically resistant ones?
Trevor, you pretty sure if you just start smashing at the tower that if you break it, it'll free the unicorn.
Okay.
And
And with Corvus, I'm making this decision.
yeah, Corvus is telling you, Michael, like, look, of course this isn't a perfect solution, but this is taking the small fries, and then he starts saying it. Just
Then Michael actually forcibly keeps trying to distract him with this.
no, he notices this, like, fuck. Trevor, for the most part, this isn't a. Well, you need to at least hit it hard enough to get past its own AC, which you more than done. But how much average damage are you doing to this thing?
I don't
Well,
know.
just show me your damage. So
There we go.
okay, it's
I don't know if it matters if I light it up or not.
Let me double check. Um,
I feel like it wouldn't do, but it
Actually,
is still
it only says poison and psychic immunity. It doesn't say anything about radiant. So, let's say
Oh.
you're doing a solid 13 points on average. It's going to
Sure.
take you a while to hack through this thing alone.
What about Michael just off the top of his head coming up with something that's much better than a unicorn laser, a unicorn Tesla tower? That is essentially what they have built. A Tesla tower from out of
Lulu is
freaking
starting
commanding.
to ram it with her horns, with
I
her
love her
little
so
tusk, which is very very little. It's like,
Why?
we gotta
Why?
bring it down. She's not even able to penetrate it. Oh, she got it once.
She's helping.
Corey's like, screw it. I tried.
Yeah, you did. You can actually say that to people.
No, you're gonna listen to the flying ball of light over there who's trying to save another ball of light.
They've got big balls. We've got big balls.
I rolled a 1. It bounces off and hits
Lulu
me.
is going to turn into a mammoth.
Oh God.
Let me see how hard she can hit that thing now.
Michael just leans against the siege weapon and just looks to Corvus and goes, "How long before they realize that we've got a wrecking ball here?"
You know, this is just a lot of fun to watch. And Lulu is actually backing up to get a running start.
I move out of her way.
Yeah, I
See?
would. This is still going to
See?
take them like 3 hours. Did they not know that?
No, I don't think they did. I don't think they realized that we have a giant wrecking ball either.
You just stand over there and be an asshole.
That is my job.
Mine as well,
No,
kind
that
of.
was Danny.
That was Danny.
Trevor just got irritated at the arguing.
Yeah, I know. I was really waiting until you just started swinging at the thing. So you're chipping at this giant tower with your sword. Lulu is now, goring it in mammoth form. Oh,
Michael's leaning up against the vehicle with
That's why I said just keep being an asshole. I'll redeem my own self.
You know what? Just 1 second. You did get a natural 1 there.
I just figured it bounced off and hit me in the face or something. I don't know.
It kind of did, enough to confuse you that you wouldn't, your next attack wouldn't get a proficiency bonus. And Corvus is like, if I can't save the thing,
I took
at the very least, I can watch them be idiots.
Yeah. So, about that tower replacement, I was thinking something that can transmutate acid into black dragon ichor that can then be poured across the ones that are magic.
You're such a dick.
Well, sure, but you got to find a way to use it as a large-scale weapon.
Well, just build the same premises of the acid sprayer and just...
Okay, but where are we going to get this black dragon ichor in
You
quantities?
You transmute it from just standard acid. So you put an entire higher transmutation.
Okay, so if you can get 5,000 gallons of acid a day, do you have 5,000 gallons of acid?
Michael looks around.
Exactly.
And then looks.
Don't you think we've already tried everything?
Wait a second. Haven't you just... why not just set up an entire pumping apparatus for the Stygian River that you then pump the 5,000 gallons into this thing at possibly even a moment's notice. The transmutation at the end, the transmutation circle at the end turns it into the black dragon ichor. You flood it across and it poisons them.
Okay, sure. Why don't you figure out a way to convert that water into acid, and then we'll talk. Because so far, there hasn't been anybody who has that much magical power to keep it going. All we had to do was plug the Energizer Unicorn in up here, and boom, radiant energy.
Yeah. And
All
then
the while,
once
Trevor and Lulu are just pounding away.
I love that gift.
I am going to make you guys roleplay this out, too. We got 10 more minutes if you want to spend it arguing over this.
All right, Michael just kind of sits down with a pen and paper and starts actually writing this thing out and
I'm
trying
gonna
to
say that if
design
you
it.
guys do it the hard way, it is going to take you 3 hours. Lulu will change back after 1 hour, but then she just keeps goring it with her tiny tusk.
Michael's just
I mean, in all reality, Trevor isn't a fucking idiot, even though he acts like one sometimes.
Okay, if at some point you decide to use this other thing, it will only take you like 3 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so
As I walk by, can I just push Michael off of the machine?
yes, you can make a. This needs to be, each of you make the appropriate roll.
Athletics or strength? Either way, I win.
Yeah.
I win.
Are you because of that? Let me find the pool of goo, because he needs to suffer for falling into that.
No, I'm not trying to push him into that's not even close to the thing.
The pools of demon ichor are all around, and remember, they're dying by the droves here. But
Wait, is that the same stuff that would cause mutations?
yes, demon ichor is really messed up. But since
Oh,
you're
well, I don't.
okay, you don't want to push him into that, so
No.
you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage still, because there needs to be something for falling, for that. Okay,
Tell
so
me that wasn't earned though.
finally,
Demon Ichor is
pride.
definitely way too much.
okay,
My pride is wounded. And
finally,
laying on the
though, you take this your war machine, you knock the thing down, and the unicorn is now free. And he will tell you that his name is Mooncolor, and thank you very much for saving me.
You're very welcome.
You didn't do anything. Shut up.
Michael, the unicorn does look at you.
I literally just put my hand to his face and just shove him away. Like, no.
Turns to you, Trevor, like, you travel with strange companions.
Tell me about it.
I'm not even the strangest one in the entire group either.
But I owe you my life, and I will serve you, or I will travel with you.
Oh.
You now have a unicorn in your party.
Yeah. A fucking unicorn and a fucking glowing elephant.
I said that it was possible to get a lot of extra companions here. I didn't realize you guys might get a unicorn now. Lulu's flying in circles, and yeah,
Michael's in the back making plans for a tower.
I'm going to say that Corvus, being bored now that the tower has fallen, is at least going to try and explain to you why all your ideas are bad and won't work. I mean, he's not doing it just to be a jerk, but he's like, well, okay, do you know how to turn all of this into gold? Because we can just spray them with molten gold and sell them to Mammon.
Or
Actually, there is a way to do it, but you'd have to have a higher transmutation spell than just
And
standard
that's where we're
transmutation.
going to end our session with this You have a unicorn and a elephant that are kind of dancing in joy. You got Trevor over here trying to come up with ridiculous war machine concepts. And I like to think that Trevor is just face palming at what he's gotten himself into.
Yep.
Oh.
But I made friends with a unicorn,
Moon Color
which is weird for a man.
Well, so? You're good. He's good. You saved him. And unless you guys were just terrible, terrible people, he has no reason not to join your group. You have a unicorn named Mooncolor joining you. And I think I am much like Corvus. I need to take a break because this was hell. This last part was hell, even though it was funny to laugh at. Trevor just clanging away while Michael is like, we could be doing this. Sorry, you guys are just like a great comedy duo.
Who should never be left to just the two of us.
No, really shouldn't. But we're gonna end it here. We'll finally be back next week with the Titan's Grave game after way too long away, and in 2 weeks we will be back with that long anticipated evil one shot. That I don't think anybody. I'm serious. When you guys hear my plans for that one, you're going to wonder why you ever let me DM a game in the first place. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. This was a weird one. You guys actually accomplished more today than you have in any single session ever. Which means that we should have fewer people. I mean, if I hadn't thrown in the dude, you might have died. But you really put a hurt on him, before. Anyway.
I don't even know who Horror Man was, so whatever.
He was one of Zariel's paladins once upon a time.
Huh.
I'll find his actual history because Lulu can tell you about him in greater detail.
Okay.
But I'll have to look it up to find out which one he was. She had a couple of lieutenants that are still by her side even today. So I'll find that for you because it's late. We're gonna let Kyle get to sleep. So
I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm pretty fine, man.
Okay, well, we're still gonna end the game here. So it's still getting late, and next up you're gonna be trying to move into Bell's Forge, and at some point we gotta save some adventure for the rest of the guys.
I guess.
Yeah.
We will catch you guys later on.